We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to let our people know who are you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, to let you know that who you inwardly call God and Jesus Christ is coming to save their people, particularly send their son back, whose name is Yahushua, back to save a remnant of his people, all right, an elect of his people. We want to start off by giving all praises and glories unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who are our teachers. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect out there who are fighting for their salvation, man, in these dark and evil times. All right? And speaking of times, matter of fact, start with Romans 13. I always like to start with the 13 and 11. Then we'll go right into that.
This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time.
And that knowing the time. We're not talking about on a digital watch, on your cell phone or whatever. We're talking about the time of the world that we're living in, the type of season that we're in, the type of mode of the earth that we're in. It's not the time where everybody's happy and high-fiving. There's all types of events in the world, natural disasters, storms, famines, okay, all types of things happening in World War III. It's just about ready to get fully kicked off. All right, it's already begun with Ukraine and Russia. There's all types of drills and warm-ups, basically. Okay, you got to know what time that we're living in. And when you measure that time, you measure that where the prophecies are for the Lord to come back. Go ahead.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep. Hold that. Somebody get the one in, I want Daniel 12 and 1, but hold that. There's one I wanted before that.
Second Ezra 9 and 1.
Yes. That's the one. That he began to visit the world. That's perfect. Yep. That's the one.
There's second Edris. Second.
Yep.
This second Edris 9 at the top. And it reads, it says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Measure the time diligently, closely. Watch it closely. Okay, you got it.
Measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass.
When thou seest part of the signs pass, go ahead.
Which I have told thee before.
Which I have prophesied unto you by the prophets. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time.
Then you'll begin to understand that it's the very same time. Go ahead.
Wherein the highest will begin to visit the earth. It's like to visit the world which he made.
That the highest, the most high, will begin to visit the world which he made, this earth. And how does he visit the earth? With his prophets prophesying what's coming, with disasters and natural occurrences in the earth, with miraculous signs in the earth, with his chariots visiting the earth, of his angels and his son, eventually his son also. Okay, different situations, volcanic eruptions, all kinds of things. Floods, okay, famines in the earth, droughts. Okay, the mighty, they used to call it mighty, the mighty Euphrates is drying up. It's pretty much dry. Setting the stage for the battleground of Armageddon. Okay? You can continue. You got a quick one? You got it.
And this is Ecclesiastes. It's like it to me.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9
Yep.
and verse 12. And it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them.
Yeah, because this is gonna happen on the sudden, because you wasn't paying attention to the times and the tokens and the prophecies. Okay, you wasn't listening to the prophets, so these things are gonna sneak up on you, gonna catch you unaware. All right, like a fish, you just swimming around a school of fish and yanked up out the water before you know it. You a bird, and all of a sudden, you yanked up. Now you in a cage.
Example right now. Apostle Tahar, he was doing a lesson reporting how over there in China, 80,000 tourists that were over there, they got trapped in the lockdown. So they can't even leave the country. They didn't anticipate for that to happen. That's because those people that's over there, they really don't have their eyes open. They didn't know that we're in a time of great evils. Like shit is popping off. So you shouldn't be in the spirit of I want to go and visit this country and that country and chill by the beach and do all this extra shit. We ain't in that time right
Getting
now.
on cruise
A lot of tourists thought everything was back to how normal.
Yep.
When that C-19 started, a lot of tourists, they went on the cruise ships.
Yep.
They couldn't even get off the motherfuckers for months.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. We didn't even talk about, right before it kicked off, the damn pirates that were coming on and taking over ships. You know, that's just talking about ships. But in the earth, there's all types of evils that are beginning to happen in the earth. Inflation is another something that's catching people off guard. Because of the inflation, yeah, you maybe seem like you pay a little bit more in the grocery store, paying a little bit more at the gas pump, but you're not looking at the bigger picture of what's happening to the have-nots. The have-nots can't afford to live at that level. They're already below the poverty line. So what are they going to begin to do? Rape, robbing, and murder. Okay, to eat. All right, this is the process that happens in a time like this. You have to have your head in the game, so to speak. Okay, that was it on that, right? That was it on yours?
Yeah, I was on that.
I started, yes. Go back to.
And also, I have another precept too.
It needs to go right now?
No, you ain't got to go right now.
Okay,
They can get theirs and I'll get mine.
This continuing 2nd Esdras 9, this is 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore,
Can I say something as well? And also the Lord is he's visiting the world by his judgments. He's sending the scourge out.
Right.
And a lot of these people, they still don't see it, but the Most High is applying pressure now.
Oh yeah.
You know, with these devastating floods, you know, wiping out neighborhoods over there in the Midwest all last week. You know, you had Kentucky and St. Louis. It was underwater, man. People lost their homes, vehicles. Pretty much, like you could maybe the SUVs, you could see the top of them.
Yeah.
But the cars was in the water.
Yep.
People, you know, found floating in some of the bodies of water, floating through the streets. So the Lord is he's turning up the pressure on these people, man.
Right.
You had just less than a week ago, you had lightning strikes striking all over the place.
Right.
Over there in DC, they said 4 people got hit by a lightning strike right near the White House.
Yeah, 3 died.
3 of them actually died.
Hey, hold that. Now let me say this real quick phrase, right? People talk all that shit. Well, if I'm lying, then when God strike me down, okay. You think this is the time where you start to do those things, man? Okay.
We in that time.
We in that time. Keep talking greasy against the Most High, and watch what begins to happen. Watch what's happening in the earth. A lot of these people that are getting hit, with all these disasters and judgments, is because of something that they were wrong about inside their spirit in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. Okay?
Also their pride.
And that pride won't humble them down. Okay?
Got you. 2nd Esdras 8, verse 50.
Yep.
For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
And this is that latter time where these great miseries are coming upon everybody, man. It ain't just happening at the grocery store and at the pump. When you park your car at night, there's a car running, you gotta be aware. Who the fuck is in that car? They gonna try to rob me when I get out? Are they gonna try to kick my door in? Hey, watch what happens come Christmas season. When people trying to bring all these happy, mirthful, false mirth gifts into their house. You think there's gonna be just an easy ride to get the stuff in the house? People gonna kick your door in, man. Shit is getting real out there. Hey, Brazil, without Brazil, right?
Yeah.
If you get robbed, because they in poverty, third world over there, right? If you get robbed, they're allowing to combat that because the police can't do it alone. They're allowing citizens to take street justice on them.
Yeah.
They can run you over with cars, shoot you, whatever. Do whatever you got to protect your life, and they won't convict you for excessive force. That's the mode we're into in the world right now.
They got a law like that in Louisiana, where if you feel like you're getting carjacked, you can shoot the motherfucker.
Yeah. There's different places that somebody breaking your house. You in the house, You're not supposed to be in somebody's house, and you in there, they can gun you down, and that's it.
Hey, we see that happening here in the States because
Yeah.
a lot of shop owners are getting robbed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So these shop owners are like, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna keep a peace with me.
Yep.
A dude run up in here.
They shoot
I'm taking
back.
action in my own hands, man. I ain't got time to dial 911.
Right. They can't be here before my life is taken.
Right, and don't come in there pump faking.
Oh.
They'll stab your ass up.
Yeah.
Hop behind that counter,
Yeah.
get your ass jabbed up.
Yeah, they thinking it's a
knifed
game.
up, thinking it's a game and shit.
Smash and grab.
Remember the
That ain't
nigga woman that got
story.
that hot water thrown on her ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
Talking shit.
They tried to sue.
Yeah.
Sue her for like a 1.4 million or something like that.
Hell
Fuck you
no.
all behind the counter for, man.
Yeah, they don't know. You a worker, you don't know their intentions,
You don't know.
so you got to take matters into your own hand.
Hey, to protect the, that used to be, see, they're trying to change laws and shit now, but that used to be self-preservation was the number one rule. Okay, that's really the real golden rule. You preserve your own life. If everybody preserve their own life, sometimes watch them out, sometimes protect yourself, whatever it takes.
Real quick, this is Exodus 22, 1 and 2, and this is in the NLT.
Yep,
It says, if someone steals an ox or sheep
yep.
and then kills or sells it,
This is the judgment on that. Yeah.
the thief must pay back 5 oxen for each ox stolen and 4 sheep for each sheep stolen.
Uh-huh.
If a thief is caught in the act of breaking into a house and is struck and killed in the process,
Yep.
the person who killed the thief is not guilty of murder.
There you go. But you see how, as times are getting rougher and less lawless, get more and more lawless. I'm talking about these penal code lawless, right? Laws. The more and more that's eradicating, the more and more this type of actions are being taken into judgment, showing you that's the judgments of the Heavenly Father.
But that's the same thing that police do. They feel their life is in danger. What do they use? They tow
Excessive force. Yeah, they-
lethal force. If
Lethal force.
yeah, so ain't no
They're
difference.
talking.
That's
Yeah.
why it says in Romans 13 when Apostle Paul was telling the church basically how to behave under the Roman Empire.
Yep.
You're not supposed to, like basically don't get yourself in trouble with the authorities, the
Yep.
powers that be.
yeah, be-
because there's those powers are ordained of the Most High.
Yeah.
So that's why if you do some evil shit, like it said, like he actually says, they bear not the sword in vain.
Yep.
If somebody can't get that real
Yep.
quick.
Yep.
That's why we still got to have etiquette about ourselves,
There you
like
go.
the way
That's
we're
the
supposed
word.
to behave and move. We're supposed to still be productive citizens of society.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're not supposed to be
Responsible citizens of something else.
suffering
Yeah.
as an evildoer, right?
That's right.
Or as a thief.
Yeah, this Romans 13 at the top. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers,
Yep.
for there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
The Most
That's
High
in place
set
for
them
a
up.
reason. Yeah.
The Most High set these devils up.
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
Whether you understand that reason or not ain't the point. You don't have to understand. He understands why it's in order. If you get out of line, he can give you a judgment to that. You got
Hey, well, Yahweh Shai even mentioned it. Hey, when he said, hey, render what's
Caesar's.
Caesar's unto Caesar's, man.
right.
Pay your taxes.
Kind.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't try to take it on your own. I don't have to. I'm
I'm
a
a
sovereign.
I'm a
I'm
big-
a sovereign. I'm a Moor. I got Moorish law. No.
Now you being a zealot.
Yep.
You being a rebel. You know?
Yep.
But that's not the spirit that Yahweh Shai was in.
Yep.
You know? And what happened after that? You had the Roman Jewish rulers.
Yep.
Go ahead.
To whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Go ahead.
The rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
It's the evil.
Yeah, the Most High will protect you and be at peace. He'll make your enemies at peace with you if you're doing the right things
Exactly.
in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. Right? And he ain't with that zealot type spirit lashing out at the authorities, man. He ain't with that. He wants you to wait till he rise up to the battle. Wait ye upon your house for vengeance is his. I got it.
I mean, he has more, but if you want to bring your precept out now, you can.
There's a land back on there, Exodus 22.
Yeah.
This is in Proverbs 6:30. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry.
Right.
But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house.
You gotta give it all, man.
Yeah, because the verse that I read in Exodus, that's saying basically if you happen to catch him while he's breaking into your spot, and he's posing a threat, you don't know what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Your ultimate instinct is to protect yourself and your
Yep,
property. So you might grab something nearby and stick his ass. Or you might have your shit. You might have your shit on you, and you might
lay him down.
lay his ass down. Well, if that was the case, you're not really guilty.
That's considered self-defense.
That's self-defense. But if a dude in daylight, like in broad day, and you ain't at home and he stole some shit, you don't kill him
to eat.
He's supposed to. You found out that he took some shit from you. He's supposed to restore it.
Right. And that's why we have that law, written that you don't pick up all the fruits off the trees, man. For those that may need it, you know. It's like what you call it? What's that system? Basically, where they're to support the
welfare system.
Yeah, the welfare system. You know, it's like the welfare system.
For those that don't have it, that literally in that law, that Deuteronomy, it literally says it in there. Was that the 30th chapter, something like that? But it literally says for those that don't have, leave some for them that don't have. You want to go back to yours?
You're not supposed to steal. You know?
Right, but that's the whole
If you're hungry, you're not supposed to steal.
You go up and ask.
Ask if can I get some food? You know. But
even better, go ask to work.
Yeah,
exactly. Go ask to earn it. You know, that's the real etiquette that we're supposed to have, and that's what we have to teach our own people. But they'll never have to learn it. They're never going to learn it. They're going to just have it written in them. But we're going to have to teach the heathen that. You go ask for work.
And even what you're saying with the ask for work instead of just begging, because the scriptures tell you, my son, lead not a beggar's life, and depend upon not another man's table. You know.
Yeah.
So really, if the whole earth was managed under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it wouldn't be nobody hungry, man.
Right.
You know, the world is big. It's big enough to feed everybody, man.
Right. And all the obesity and overeating that's going on, there's plenty of hungry food that half that can go to. You know, and everybody still be content.
You got niggas so desperate, they'll fucking kill and rob a damn street vendor.
Yeah. For hot
they
dogs.
just out there trying to sell some fruit.
Hot dogs, fruit. Yeah.
And Jake will roll up on him and rob him and even shoot him. Jake is, but that's why, hey, you niggas doing that, you're building up. Well, I mean, you already got a profile on you.
Right.
Esau looks at that and be like, this is the reason why we keep blowing you niggas away.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know? But yeah, man, but going back to what this brother initially going into, these are the times that we're in, and you got to understand that, man. Scriptures talk about being circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. You know, these people right now, there's no reasoning with these people, man.
Right.
They're everybody resorting to their first instinct, their repulsiveness.
Impulsiveness.
It's like their impulsiveness,
and
which is to be violent. Quick. The first reaction is a violent reaction. There's no reason.
Then violent, right? It leads to the same. Yep. He still had more of that Romans.
Yeah.
I'll go back to.
It's back in Romans 13:3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Point, right?
Yeah. It says, for he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
What did it say? Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou beest in the way. You may look at the cops like an adversary, okay, but he ain't gonna just take you out if the Most High don't sanction it, unless you owe something somewhere else. But if you come and you respectful and you do what you're supposed to do, I don't mean bow down to every little thing, but that means just be under control, don't do nothing offer awkward, fast, quick movements and shit like that. Everything should go smoothly. We know how this is supposed to go.
Don't be a smart aleck.
Don't just come in there and let him get through the traffic stop as smooth as. And it's funny, I just had my kids watch American Skin the other night, and or I watched it, but they need to watch it. But anyway, in that movie, it shows you the full protocols. It showed you both sides, where he was like, yeah, that's true, that is the law, but it's a different law. We're not under that same law. We have to act a certain way just so we can, but I have to give up my laws and act this way, Dad, because this and that. He was like, I have a right to film, put the camera away.
Right.
Trying to be all empowered like the black woman, man.
Yep.
That's that wrong march, that march for freedom type shit. That shit don't work. You have to do what it takes to really
That's what he said. He said,
get
no
home.
matter, I want you to come home.
I want you to come home. But that's the same thing the cop said. I just want to go home. And all I know, I don't know what you was reaching for, what you was going to do, but I want to go home. All I could think about my wife and my kids. So I eliminated, I didn't de-escalate, Same thing here, all right? That's the mode that the people are in. So what are they going to do if they feel threatened, which this is if you don't feel the violent, evil energy in the air, you don't know what time you're living in. You wanted more out of that, right?
I think that was the point.
Hit that fourth
Basically,
verse.
don't do wickedness, or evil is gonna come upon you, man. All right, was that Sirach 7:1? Do no evil, so shall no harm come unto thee. And you be thinking that Jake is innocent when they finally get struck, when the scourge come upon him.
Yep.
But you don't know what that nigga did.
Yep.
While you out there, crying for him.
I seen a
Like
video.
one nigga got killed after he went and stole a dollar detergent out of the dollar store, and that led to that nigga getting killed.
A chick.
But people don't realize that nigga probably did that 20 or 30 times,
Yeah.
and all his transgression, all his wickedness caught up with him. Like, nigga, what you thought?
Another situation I just watched where they were out there protesting for this guy that the cop shot, but the chick pulls up like, hey, I was in the house. This nigga was shooting off guns in the house. Was she Edomite?
Yeah, the Edomite lady came up.
Was she Edomite? She was like, I got black babies in the car. Like they're black babies that he could have shot and killed.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was about that. She was like, y'all marching for this dude. This dude was a bad dude. But what it was, he was in there shooting, and the shot went into to her house.
See?
So when he got late, he said, you guys are marching for something that you don't even understand. You don't know. This dude wasn't a good guy.
That's what Jake loves. Jake loves choosing the murderers, the thugs.
Give him Barabbas.
Exactly.
Barabbas.
Don't march for a nigga like that.
But watch when they come down on us. Let's see how many people roll with us.
Yeah, they're gonna try to turn us in. They're
Yeah,
trying to take us out.
God, you got all them the bones with skin on them. Oh, some of our brothers,
Yep.
Judah.
Yep.
Let's see how they act. Once persecution comes, man. They're like, oh, fuck them, man.
I knew they wasn't right.
I always knew someone worried about them.
But I want the brother to hit that fourth and fifth verse in that, then we'll go back.
Kind of
You have more what you had? That was me, just-
is back in Romans 13:4. It reads, for he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good, but if thou do that which is evil,
I can walk through.
be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain.
No, y'all good.
For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
He's appointed to that. When he took the oath to the U.S. Constitution or whatever to carry that badge and gun, he went into a little separate contract with the Most High.
Yeah.
That the spirit of the Most High's vengeance or wrath was going to be in him to execute certain situations a certain way. Go ahead.
Wherefore he must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
So your conscience needs to be clear when you're moving around in this world out here. Because whether it's on a physical level where the cops can get you, or on a spiritual level where the Most High will get you, in the flesh and in the spirit.
And not even just that with the cops, but just you out there doing criminal shit. Don't be surprised if judgment hits you in a way.
Yep.
These motherfuckers robbing smoke shops and just just robbing, just find anything to just go and take and steal and rob from people. You don't know how people is holding, how people are moving these days, man.
Right.
Everybody they hold it for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are fed up with Jake
Yes.
just breaking in and taking shit from them, you know? It's everywhere. It's like it's everywhere. That's a virus.
Yeah.
Ju-
It's
just-
plague. Yep.
Every day, Jake just running up on people and taking their stuff, man.
They show California a lot because they don't persecute enough in California to stop them. But guess what? Like in Brazil, there's gonna be that street justice coming.
Yep.
Okay? Something's gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to let it happen.
Yeah, the justice is gonna let it happen.
You're gonna let it happen, bro. Who's it gonna be eliminating anyway? The people they want to eliminate anyway. All right, and that's us. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, y'all. That's from the 12 tribes, man. That they're trying to eliminate off the earth anyway.
Yep. They're gonna have to because the police is just too overwhelmed.
And by the way, a lot of you defunded the police, voted to defund the police anyway. So what does that mean? That means you don't have help. And a lot of them right wingers said it to defund the police. So who is gonna help you when you call 911? You know, this is turning back into the Wild Wild West. Okay, but that's Western Hemisphere now, not just but it's just it's a whole Earth thing that was in on that, right?
Let me, another quick
You got
one,
it.
real quick. This is 1 Peter 4, and I'm gonna start at 14. The point is in verse 15.
Come.
It says, "If you be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer,
Yep.
or as a thief, or as an evildoer,
Yep.
or as a busybody in other men's matters."
Only thing
And that's
is-
another point.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes been getting their ass laid down because they are involving themselves in other people's business.
Especially domestic.
That shit is becoming a plague now. Like it's trendy right now.
Yep.
Captain Saber.
Captain Save 'em, simps,
Stop
dudes
trying
trying
to say
to
these
play
women, man.
hero,
Right.
you know,
Stop trying to say these
trying to
women.
play a vigilante and shit,
Yep.
trying to take matters into your own hands.
Watching too many
Be mind your
superhero movies.
motherfucking business, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what the hell is going on out there.
You don't know what spirit the Most High got people in, man. A lot of times when guys step in to protect a woman, you don't know why she got anger issue, domestic violence going back and forth or whatever with her and this guy. What, he just a bad guy every time?
Yeah.
Come on.
You don't know the history. You don't know the history they got between them.
Right. And I lived in a situation, seeing family go through that. Seeing my sister do shit. I'm gonna put it out there. Watching my sister do shit, and then the guy's like, I don't know, but I want to knock her upside her head, and I can't let him do it. But at the same time, I know she needs it. So you don't know what the spirit has set up for these people in these times, or what she did to cause that vengeance to come upon, that wrath to come upon her.
That's right.
And that goes both ways, though.
She's not innocent, man.
Ain't nobody down here innocent.
Yep.
We're working at this now to be found innocent. But he gave you the instruction right there on what to and what not to do. Stay out of other people's matters. Don't be get the one in Proverbs 6, Bible Shop. The one in Proverbs 6. Stay out of other people's business, man. Mind your own business. Most High hates when you all up in other people's matters, man.
That's Esau.
Yeah, he's staying somebody else's business.
Parents and shit.
Yeah. I'm over here barbecuing. Come over and stop me because I need a permit. I don't need a permit to barbecue.
You or no?
No, I'm just saying. That's
Eating my
that
shit.
happened.
Yeah.
that happened. Yeah.
At the port.
Yeah.
Selling lemonade.
Barbecue
Lemonade.
Becky or whatever her name was.
Fish.
Yeah.
Need a fishing
That's
license.
fish right here.
Remember that, Brian?
Yeah, kind of.
Fishing license.
You got it? 6 and 16. 16.
Yeah, proud tongue, yeah, kind of. This Proverbs 6 and 16 says, "These things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look."
Yep.
Hey,
These things can get you killed. The Most High to allow you to be killed. Okay, go ahead. And this is all painting a picture of the time that we're in. When you make these offenses, the Most High can take you out for these offenses. Okay, you got it out.
It says, "A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood,
Murder again.
And it says a lying tongue. Because we
Yeah.
understand that the scriptures talk about how the tongue is, and yet it's small, but it's a powerful member, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why scriptures say how great of a fire it kindleth.
Yep.
You know?
Life and death are at the tongue.
Yeah. All the time. It says, "In heart that devises wicked imaginations." Hey, going back to the tongue for a second. Hey, even the situation that happened in New York with the dude getting his orbital bone split, like being in that hospital. Hey, you don't know what happened between that man and that woman, or what lies could have been told for that man to be in that position to come up and approach her, man.
Thank you.
You know, you have no clue. It says a heart, and she could have been clearly in the wrong.
Yep.
You know, it says a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to run, it's like feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, and him that sows discord among brethren.
Yep. A false witness, a speak of lies, and him that be swift to run it. What it say?
Discord.
To sow discord.
Instigating and shit, man.
Yeah. All of that. All of that. The Most High hates that shit, man. So if you always into somebody else's business, the Most High can take you out, man. Okay. Now let's go back to 2nd Ezra 9.
I got something too.
After that.
This is 2nd Ezra 9. Back at verse 2. Can I start back at the top?
Yep.
This is 2nd Ezra 9 back at the top. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world."
These are judgments, man, that are coming upon people. Not just signs. They're also, to some people, these are their judgment coming. The wrath of their evil is coming, repaid to them in these situations. Go ahead.
In the world, it says, "Therefore, when there shall..."
And the earthquakes in diverse places, and that's dealing with the earth. And then the activity of the people on the earth.
Yep.
The uproars of the people, that's the effects of the people feeling the travails and birth pains.
Yep.
It's causing them to cry out. Like it says in Proverbs 29, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. That's where all the uproars is coming, because the governments that rules does not have these people's best interests.
Yep.
And it's causing devastating environmental conditions that's affecting their livelihoods. So they're crying out. That's these uproars, man.
That's right.
People protesting, clashing with their police,
The government.
inciting rebellion against their governments. You know, opting out with strikes, going on strike.
Yep.
You know.
People
Yeah,
going to get officials.
Yeah.
People getting laid down, man. It's not that time to be crooked. It's not the time to be crooked at people's expense. Okay?
Hey, Sri Lanka, that was the latest example.
Yep.
Sent that dude fleeing to a damn military ship. They took over this dude's home.
This is 4. "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest."
Now, the beginning of this, we know how Genesis speaks about the creation and everything, right? But the real beginning of this situation that's coming to an end isn't the earth itself. It's the condition, this hellish condition that's in the earth. Starting from the time with the serpent, Eve, Adam, and all of that in the garden. That is finally coming to an end. But it is went from a lie being told all the way to all this robbery, murder, evil, rape, pedophilia, all this crazy stuff that happens in the earth today, coming to a head with this situation now, where the Most High has to move on the earth now. Okay? That it's even corrupted his godly people to where they don't even consider that they're supposed to live a godly conduct in their life. So he has to step in before everybody be gone and preserve his elect. But he has to set the example also. And this example, trust me, man, just from reading the examples that's written about what the Most High is going to do in this time, man, you don't want to be around for this. You want to escape this as best as possible. Okay?
Mighty man shall weep bitterly.
Like a woman in travail, you know,
And
hands on his loins and on the, yeah. You also have some too. Finish up what you have.
Back in second
We're
Esdras.
gonna go back to that. We're gonna hold it for a little while.
Back in,
We finish. We'll stop at 7 before you get to 7.
it says, but like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest,
Yep.
even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs.
And the endings and effects and signs. We're seeing the effect of all of this that has been happening. Mass evil is upon the world. Right now, trust me, you go back 200 years, nobody would want to live in this condition on the earth that people just live in every day now. The prophets from thousands of years ago, hundreds and thousands of years, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago, prophesied about these times, and they were shook. As lawless as that time looked. Okay, but there was an understanding between people. Now, them lines are blurred, man. You don't know what the boundaries are. There's no discipline in the earth. Emotion rules, how you feel rules over every other judgment in the earth. Okay? This is the time we're coming into. This is the evil that's coming upon the world. I was in on that, right? So hold that chapter. Remember just to hold it for later. So you got some right now? Okay. So you have some, you got some, right? You got something? You got it.
Zechariah 1, Zephaniah 1 and 14. The great day of the Lord is near, it is near and hastening greatly.
Yep.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Yep. And get Thessalonians 5, I believe it is. Is that Thessalonians? Yeah, that's Thessalonians 5, and also 1 Thessalonians 5. Also get Amos 5. Continue.
A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities, against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord.
There you go.
And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung.
That's the majority of the earth have that judgment coming to them. Okay? The elites that are going to kick off, how should I say it, the working class, if you will, crops of slaves, they're going to be preserved, and the elect are going to be preserved. Everybody else is gonna have to eat a missile or die by some terrible judgment coming into this time. They're gonna have to be born into the conditions of heaven. Let's get that those other two chapters right there.
It's 1 Thessalonians 5 at the top. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
And I was gonna pull this one when we were talking about Ecclesiastes 3, talking about the season. We can read it now.
Do we read that?
We didn't get to the end of it. We're going back to it.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Yep.
As travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
That's why the brother mentioned the birth pain. These are the small contractions happening. Little pains. Then eventually the pains get uncontrollable. And once they it gets to a point where it's unbearable, it's time for the baby to come out. Well, that unbearable time is still coming. That's an analogy for the day of the Lord when shit fully hits the fan. Okay, we can smell the shit in the air now, but when it hits the fan, it's a wrap. Was it on that? Still have more, right?
Everybody's ugly right now.
Yeah. Well, let me see where I want to stop. Let me stop. Keep reading to 6.
For, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others.
So that's what we're out here to do. To spiritually wake you up, to start paying attention what time you're living in. Okay? So you can start living the right way in life. And you're only going to do that if you're of the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? If your father line goes through those people, it don't matter what you look like. It matters what spirit is inside you. All right? Yes.
It says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night.
Yep.
And they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Yep. And that's not literally PM. That's literally in the dark time of the earth. And living in a dark state of consciousness, so to speak. Right.
But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
This is key, because this is what we're really hoping for. When we get back to Romans 13, it's going to go into that.
And darkness is used to show that the world is in without knowledge.
Yep.
And the light without the wisdom. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. You got yours out.
Amos 5 and verse 18.
Yep.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Yep. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. All the evils and conditions, man, only if you already have that lamp trim. You have the oil for the lamp, will you be able to see in this evil time. But you have to have been trimming your lamp now. Okay, a lot of people out there just burning all of the midnight. They call it burning the midnight oil. They're burning it up before it even get dark. This ain't even the dark time yet. It's getting there. It's afternoon, evening even. But when the dead of night comes, when the worst situations come upon the earth, hey man, you need to have that light and that oil in. You need that wisdom for that time. That's what we're really practicing.
Well, it can just take a day to, something happen, like the financial system go down. ATMs don't work, the bank card don't work. You can just take that split second, for everything to go crazy.
Right.
The power grid go out.
Yeah.
Let the water stop running and the heaters and the AC and all that stop running, man.
Mm-hmm.
And all the food trucks stop coming in. Yep. That all in one day that could happen.
The Black Swan event.
For real. Yep.
Just like that, Just like that.
So that's why it tells you to seek the Lord while he may be found before the evil days come now. Okay, you got it, bro.
Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his head on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah, and that's a rhetorical. It's a question that you have to ask yourself. Really, if you think about all the evil going on the earth, shouldn't it be a dark day when the Lord returns? Right? He said he was coming to judge the earth for all their works. So if all the works in the earth are evil, how bad is that day gotta be? All right?
And if you've been moving with fear, that day is not going to overtake you as a thief in the night.
Go.
Yep. Hey, there's certain men that are selected, that are going to be elected, from the foundation of the earth, that was chosen to receive the salvation,
Right.
to rejoice in that day, while everybody else is going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Now let's be real about this though. It ain't just gonna magically happen to you. You just gonna be elected. It's gonna move you to do the things that the elected will be doing.
Fear.
You gotta move
Like
with
Noah.
that fear. Right.
I looked up darkness in Amos 5 and 18. It says the dark, hence darkness, figuratively misery, destruction. Misery, destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow, wickedness.
That's the day of the Lord. A lot of people are gonna be caught in that darkness, Okay? And that's why in 1 Thessalonians said, but we are not the children of the night, but the children of the day. Okay? You had that other definition?
God, and this is the word back in 1 Thessalonians 5 and 8, where the word day is G2250. It says Hamira or Hamira. It says the day regarded as the time for abstaining from indulgence, vice, crime. I'll read that again.
Yep.
It says the day regarded metaphorically as the time for abstaining from indulgence, vice, crime, because acts of the sort are perpetrated at night and in darkness.
See that? Evils are perpetrated in the nighttime, in darkness.
Watch how scary it gets out here at nighttime when there ain't no power.
Man.
Watch how dark these cities are going to be.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be like the rural areas where you,
You
man.
don't know what's in the bushes around the corner.
Yeah.
Especially in Vegas. Ain't nobody in Vegas with used to darkness.
Now, it's like the light always is on in this city.
Yeah, the lights will shine to the heavens, man.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's going to be back in that time of Egypt, where the scriptures say Yahweh Shemashah brought the thick darkness, man.
Right.
That
The
shit's,
darkness you can feel. Right.
Yeah.
that shit's scary where if you ever walk down a dark street in the middle of the night, at least me, I walk in the middle of the street.
Hell yeah.
So you can see what shit, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything
yeah.
coming. That's how it's going to be, man.
Yeah. But then, what does that mean? I mean, you can be seen easier.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Tough, yeah.
Tough decision to make.
These people are going to be in a quagmire. They're going to be in a confused state.
Yeah.
They see all these things happening, and there's no answers for it. You know, their minds, they're really trying to figure it out, but you're just groping. You're just moving around and groping, trying to figure it out. You know, these people are going to be in a straight quagmire, man.
Looking for
They're
solutions.
gonna be perplexed. Like, you know, because they didn't anticipate. They wasn't hearkening to the prophets who was sent out there to give their ass constant warning. So that's really on them. They're walking in darkness. But hey, the Lord said they rather continue in darkness and hate the light because their deeds are evil.
Yeah.
So they want to continue in darkness because they enjoy the pleasures of darkness. You know, chambering, wantonness,
Reveling.
you know, excessive wine, getting drunk all the damn time. And that's usually when shit breaks out. You know?
Unnatural with lust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all done in darkness, man.
Let me bring that John 3 real quick. In John chapter 3, verse 19. And this is the condemnation, meaning you're getting condemned with the wrath for your evil works, right? That light is coming to the world. You can break it down. That light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil.
Yeah. And these people are more fixated on the lust of the desires of their flesh, rather than the reproof and the correction of the law of the Most High.
Right.
And Yahweh Shai, being the word of the Most High, he was pretty much like a light reflection to them.
Yep.
And when it shined upon them, they hated what they saw.
Spirit. I was just,
You know? So that's what had made them hate the Lord even more, because that's why it says that in John, the world can't hate you, but me hate it, because the works that I testify of are evil.
Yep.
I'm the light that's reflecting that shine on them, and they can see their own. That's why the Lord is constantly calling them out on their hypocrisy. And when he was spitting that fire to them with the word, they was gnashing upon them with their teeth.
yeah. It was cut.
It was getting cut to the heart. Because they love darkness rather than light. They didn't want to get corrected. They didn't want to change. That's our people. They don't want to change, man. So the Lord's going to leave them in that darkness. Hey, go ahead and continue to party. Go on and continue to be a wicked nigga. All right? For you women out there, continue to go ahead and have your city girl summers. You know? Live your best life. But that day is going to overtake you like a thief.
Right. I got a quick one. John chapter 1, verse, I'll start at verse 3. All things were made by him. It's talking about Yahweh Shai, if you understand. And without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Okay.
And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
Yep. talking about the Lord. They couldn't comprehend that He was the light, because their eyes were darkened. The Lord, going back to that curse where He says that, make their eyes
fat,
make their eyes
Isaiah 6:9.
yeah.
Make their
Make their ears heavy and their eyes dark or
dark.
dim or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word right now. And
That they cannot see, that they cannot hear.
See, you got it?
Isaiah 6:10 says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed.
Yeah.
That's plain.
Yep.
That's plain.
Back in
And that was the Lord giving the commandment to the angels, to blind 2/3 of our people.
right.
Yep.
Now back in First John. Not First John. This is John chapter 1.
You just read 5.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm on 9, but I want to make a point. But I'll read it first. It says, "That was the truth." That was, well, matter of fact, verse 8, because it speaks about John that came before Yahushua to bear witness. I'll read it. I don't start. Just keep reading. There was verse 6. There was a man sent from the Most High whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. Right? Basically prophesying of somebody that's going to come, and they're going to be right when they come. They're going to do all the right things, and that's a reflection of how we should be in the earth, right? Right. Yep. It says, verse 8, he was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. And nobody understood that he was there for that purpose. They just went, right? They just went there. They just went. They just was that Yahushua was that light that people were supposed to look to and learn the way that we should be living in the earth. His perfection was the image that we should be striving towards. And with that light that he has, we'll be escaped from that evil day. All right? Back in the 3rd chapter, it says, then y'all got y'all pre's if they still go. It says, verse 20, for everyone that doeth evil hated the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they were wrought in the Most High. That was pretty much the point on that. You got it.
This is our Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and I'll start at the top. It says,
You got it.
It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Against who? Against those people that are in darkness. Starting with the people that rule in darkness, and then the people that follow in darkness. Even 2/3 of our own people. All right? As well as the heathen. Go ahead.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Hey, think about how bad it'll be on earth, and then you start to see certain men get beamed up. How bad are you going to want to get beamed up in that day?
Yeah.
You know?
To escape.
To escape the shit going on down here. Man, that's why that you got it.
And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach.
Yep.
We fools accounted his life madness.
Now, hold on a second. Let's not forget our Lord went through this himself also. They looked at him like that. Okay? And a servant is not greater than the master, so we got to go through it. And they're going to say that about us. Go ahead.
And we counted this like madness.
Yep.
These dudes don't have a life.
This is madness right here.
You know, they wasted their life out there on the street every week, bringing out the same scriptures, saying the same thing every week.
Like a broken record.
Ain't nothing happening.
Angry,
Things
mad.
happening here and there, but it's just, you know, they're fear mongering, you know, trying to get us to conform to their religion, their religious belief, their extreme religious belief. Like you could just hear the scoffing thought process.
But that goes back to the scripture you read in 2nd Ezra, was it 8? They walk in great pride. You see our people walk past us, they're prideful. Because they figure in their mind, these niggas don't know shit. Like you said, get a job. Like our people walk down here, the majority of our people walk past here, and they even if they may not, it's a certain sense of pride in them that won't even allow them to.
They feel like they're above.
Yeah. To hear us or even acknowledge us.
Yep.
You know.
Even if they don't say nothing, they stay demeanor.
Yeah, kind. They got those evil, wicked, prideful thoughts in their head. You know, I seen these niggas when I was in here or here.
I was at this stage.
Yeah.
20 years ago, and stay still out here. There ain't nothing
I
happening.
pulled up on one camp. They didn't know what they was talking about. Yeah, man. But then, when the salvation happens, this is where they're gonna get that reality check. There's gonna be that ultimate, we told you, nigga. That moment. We told you, niggas. And that's what's gonna make them trip out. They're gonna be amazed that these same men that they scolded and ridiculed, they just got upgraded. And now they're witnessing their salvation. These men just got transformed into super beings, and now they're being beamed up into those ships that just invaded the earth. That's gonna trip these people out, man.
It says, we fools to count in his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High?
Just like how they tried to count the Lord out like he was just some regular. We knew his parents. You know, we knew him when he was a little toddler. What made him different? How is he the son of God?
Who gave him this authority to talk to us like that?
Him and his father used to work on our house.
The son of the carpenter.
Yeah.
I watched you grow up.
So it's the same thing, man. You talking about the dude that worked at the airport? You talking about the dude that worked that warehouse job?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
I helped him out, you know.
I trained him. Yeah, he's a man of God.
Oh, he's a prophet?
He's a prophet. Even people in your family.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, man. And I spanked him a few times.
I changed the diaper.
You know? They're not thinking that you're a soul brought to the earth in human form, but you were ordained from before the foundation of the world. They're not thinking like that.
The initiated.
Come on.
That's what he's not reaching. It says, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered amongst the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us. And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
They're not going to believe that the elect were the prophets and the men of the Lord, and the people of the Lord even, right? Until they're actually beamed up. And they're escaping the judgments that they that are left here got to deal with. It's going to come to that moment. They still going to think lowly of great people, of the elect, until that moment happens.
Okay, read that last part again.
Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us.
We erred from the what?
The way of truth.
We erred from the way of truth. What does it say in Isaiah 30 and 20?
They speak not of this.
To the testimony?
No. Get it. Isaiah 30 and 20. Thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And you shall hear a voice saying, what?
This is 20th, 30th chapter. Yeah. It says, 30, Isaiah 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, But thine eyes shall see thy teachers,
Yep.
and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in
And
it.
this is the way. This is what we're telling you. This is what we're trying to tell our people, man.
Yep,
This is the way. This is the only way.
that's right.
Every other way you went, it led to the destruction.
Yeah.
That's where
It's leading
It led
to
to the grave. It led to captivity.
That's what I'm gonna read right now.
It led to calamity, disaster,
yeah.
curses. We're telling you the way, man. So then you're going to finally figure it out when that ultimate moment comes.
Yep,
You know, and then
out the way.
yeah, you gonna finally agree that when we said, "Hey, y'all off," you go on all the videos that went up, cussing you out. Then it's gonna be finalized in your mind. Damn, they were right. Damn,
That's what I thought it was.
they was right.
I got a little more.
Yep.
It says, verse 7, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
Yep.
Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way.
Man,
Yep,
and you
This ain't
have
the way.
broken cisterns that can't hold no water,
The,
man.
the
You're
shadow.
drying up, just thirsty, man. Dry bones. Just want to just be stuck in gross ignorance, man.
It's gotta be the way. Everybody going this way. It's gotta be the way. They gonna get out in the middle of nowhere, be all desolate in the middle of nowhere. Damn, so which way do we go now? I don't know. Damn, this ain't the way, was it? Yeah, because we were showing you the way. We were leading you by the water.
Exactly.
The right way. You walked away from it. Right?
But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. What had pride profited us?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
that
that word.
pride. Like we were just saying, that pride is not gonna profit you, man. You thinking you got it already, you know it all, you got all the knowledge, the deep secret knowledge. You know,
How many times we see people say, oh, I know what y'all talking about. Yeah, I'm with y'all. But keep walking.
You ask them a simple question
You
about the
smoking a
scriptures.
cigarette, you know.
They say some outlandish shit. What's the mark of the beast?
You know, 6 neutrons, 6, you know, going to that shit.
Yeah, some stupid shit.
yeah. When the Lord cut everything off, you're gonna be walking around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yep.
You're gonna be wilding, man. You're gonna be trying to seek to whatever gods you serve, and you ain't getting no. You're gonna find out right then and there that whatever God you serve, that's not a power. All right, it's vanity. You caught up in nothing but earthly vanity, man.
Yep.
The Lord gave you a way. He gave you an out. He tried to give you an out, but you would not take his reproof, his counsel. They said, "At naught all of my counsel."
None of my reproof.
Yep.
Jeremiah 2, it said, where are the gods that thou
It's Judges 10 and 14, I think.
what I like to
They despised it,
Jeremiah.
rejected it.
Yep. We gonna get to that. I had him holding that actually.
I'll just finish this.
Yeah, you got
It
it.
says, what had pride profited us, or what good had riches with our bounty brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasteth by.
Yeah, because this world is vanishing. It's getting ready to pass away. So it's really the pride that you see these people have now. That's temporary pride. Soon all that shit is gonna vanish. There's gonna be nothing left for you to take pride in.
Yeah, God.
Because it's all gonna vanish. Your worldly accomplishments, your material possessions you hold, whatever you think makes you great in this world, that shit is all gonna go.
Your bank account, your jobs, your careers,
Your degrees,
all that.
all that shit it ain't gonna mean nothing.
Your sense of safety.
Yeah,
From
pride.
pride.
That's Jake. Prideful.
Yeah. Lord always send an example.
God.
That was a civic. Okay.
Yeah, God.
Okay.
Hey, what was one of the? I always bring this up, but what was one of the transgressions of Sodom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Idleness.
That was one.
Idleness, gluttony.
Say it again. Pride. That's one of the main ones. Pride. I don't think anybody's more proud than Americans. That's the proudest people on the face of the planet.
City of one wall villages, man.
Super
You
proud.
gotta be proud to not have a wall to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You know, nothing gonna come up. And they said the Lady of Kingdoms has said, this evil should not come upon me, nor shall I know the loss of children. Something to that effect.
Bro,
Yeah.
these demons are so proud here. You got the moles, despite the fact that warning is going out about the pox affecting that demographic, they still saying, well, we don't give a shit. We're still gonna go to our fetish festivals.
Yeah.
We still gonna have these revelings and parties, you know, the freaky parties that we throw. We still gonna do that. That ain't stopping nothing.
Yeah, the CDC said it.
Yeah.
The CDC came out and said, hey man, you members of the LGBT, you need to stop doing your sexual acts.
Yeah.
You know? Think they gonna listen to that?
They ain't gonna listen to that
You
shit.
done bigged them up for too long.
They got too much pride to stop that, man.
Hey, they're burning right now.
Yeah.
They're under lust.
Yeah.
They're at the height of that pride, you know?
That pride and lust is what really pushed them into that choice of a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Or they were born that way, so they say. You know, we know that. We know what's really going on with that. You were enticed by that, and then now this is what this has come with. Hey, which what it say, which was in Romans 1,
Which is meat.
recompense of the error, which was meat.
Yeah.
This is what you get. This comes with that lifestyle. Like going to jail goes with drug dealing, getting shot and killed goes with gang banging. This goes with that. All right, y'all got it.
Pride does not profit you, man. Pride will get you. Pride is wicked pride is a curse. That's a straight curse, man. Them moles up there in San Fran,
Atlanta.
Man, them pride demons are heavy on them, man. We still gonna go to the Up Your Alley Kinky Festival,
Right there.
despite the warning from the CDC. We still gonna do it. That's just like them the Sodomites in Sodom when they saw the angels going to Lot's house, and the angels smitten with blindness, and they still wanted to try to break through the door.
Get into it.
That's the level of lust, how inflamed the demons is on.
No pun
They're
intended.
inflamed with those demons on. You know? That's why it says in Sirach the 10th chapter, man, pride was not made for man. Because when you do that, you depart from your maker and you pour out abomination. And you're not afraid to, you have no shame. You just do it. Not thinking that there's any consequences. All right, what was that? Sirach the 10th chapter?
I'm happy there.
12, 13?
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 7. It says, pride is hateful. This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both do one commit iniquity.
Yep.
Jump down 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off. You
basically lose all morale. You lose all morals.
Yep.
You know, just to uphold and maintain your heart's lust.
Yep.
You lose you lose your soul.
You got something? No.
You know?
You got something?
You literally lose your soul, man, because you're that covetous.
Yep.
But yet you're proud as hell. Nothing's gonna get in the way of you achieving your endeavor.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse, I'm gonna jump to your point. Verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
Yeah.
That's 2/3 of our people.
Yep.
Their heart is far from the Most High, man. Even if they do show love with their lips.
Yep.
Oh, I love God. You know, God is love.
My God. They always say my
They're
God.
these hypocritical as wicked Christians, man. You know? That pride, man. Go ahead.
Verse 13, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly.
Overthrew them utterly. What cities did he overthrow utterly? And to this very day they have not returned. They have not been inhabited since. But the Lord's going to overthrow Babylon the Great the same way.
Look what it say right here. Verse 14 and 15, it says, and 16, it says, the Lord hath cast down the throne of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. Egypt took a big pride, hit to their pride, right? 15, the Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth. Yep. He took some of them away and destroyed them and made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
Yeah. And all these different nations, they were all, when they were at the height of their power, they were super proud.
Yeah.
They really believed in their mind that they could never be brought down, taken down. Until they got their ass taken down.
Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon was one.
Yeah. So they felt like you could just do, they could just do whatever, man. You know? These people are proud as shit, man. Like you had this, and this was some straight up Edomite shit, man. It clearly the devil. But you had a Edomite couple. They've been married for years. Why the husband transformed into the wife?
Yeah. Yeah.
We got the operation done, and now it's a lesbian marriage now. But you only do shit like that when you're proud, and you're not in fear of any kind of judgment coming down upon you. There's no moral compass. You ain't got to follow nothing. You ain't got to. There's no a standard. You can just do as thou wilt. When you get to living like that, man, hey. That's why it says in Proverbs, before the fall of a man, his heart is haughty. You know? So you people, man, y'all getting ready for a very steep fall, man. Esau, these nations, and you women too. All right, you women too, man. You've been on a high horse for so damn long now.
No.
Posting about your body count.
It's charged.
Body count challenge.
Yeah.
Being a fucking whore, Olympian, you whore Olympians. Being that and boasting about your numbers, that's dignity. That's a badge of honor now. That's how you know we ain't got that much time.
Before, when it was women would lie about their body count, trying to keep it as low as possible.
Because there was shame about that. They know that's off.
Now they didn't all group together and saying that the higher the count, the better.
Yeah.
Man, I seen that video you did. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like within like months.
Yeah.
You're talking about like 100.
How fast?
100 bodies in a month or 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. That's what they did.
You had that one woman say on her 40th birthday, she had sex with 40 men.
40. Bro.
I should be number 37, bro. Damn.
Oh, that's a new one there. You know that old bitch from American Pie?
Yeah, I seen that, yeah.
Stifler's mom or whatever.
Yeah.
She said
Ever
she's
since that
bragging.
role.
Ever since that role, she had sex with like 200 men.
So they're not ashamed to just flaunt their promiscuity and their loose whore just that whole demeanor, man. They're not ashamed to profess it, man. You know? And that's going back to that pride. So you see why the Lord is he's preserving this place, man. You see why. Yep.
Sirach, did you quote Sirach 10?
Yeah.
That brother has something.
Yeah, the brother has something too.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and bring whatever precept y'all got.
Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of Yahweh is to hate evil, pride, arrogancy. The evil way, the froward mouth do I hate.
That's plain.
Yep.
You know, if you're righteous, and you serve the Most High, you fear Him, you're gonna hate the things that He hates. And that's why the Lord, He has that mark of exemption on those men. So when He brings out His wrath, those men are gonna be spared from His indignation.
Right.
Because the very things that the Lord hated, they did not delight in. They hated it as well.
And it don't turn us on to any woman, let alone our own, be harlots out there.
Yeah.
To be dressing like harlots. We don't like when you show all types of titties and cleavage, shoulders and hair all down, and little Daisy Duke shorts, and what's the yoga pants with the fucking muffin,
What's that?
camel toe and all that. We don't want to see all that, man. That's despicable to us, man.
Yeah.
Let your own husband, the one that's tapping that or that wife that or whatever, let him feel special and be the only one to deal with that. Okay? Everything else is abomination. It's damn near advertising.
These hoes want to have their cake and eat it too, and they can in this society. You know, they could be a hoe and be in the street and still have a man, and they expect that man to respect them and love them and
find whatever they want, and all they gotta do is whop out the wop. Whip out the wop, that's what I mean to say. You know? Put it on him, and now he gonna what they call it? He gonna with the bag. He gonna spin the bag or whatever.
that TI shit.
Yeah,
You
all
can have
that
whatever you like.
Cuck shit, man.
Yeah.
There's Proverbs 16 and 18. It reads, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. And there's another Isaiah 2 and 12. And it reads, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low.
Yeah. And you gotta know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. That's just true. The more you lift it up with pride, the further down you're gonna come smashing to the ground. When all pride is taken off the earth, man. Trust me, you might as well deal with it now and let yourself down easy and get humble before the Lord humble you.
That's why I
The
say
Lord even told you women to humble down by stripping yourself and making yourself bare.
Yeah.
Gird yourself with sackcloth.
Gird yourself with sackcloth, man.
Shamefacedness and sobriety.
He told you to humble down.
Yep. Y'all the leaders in this pride shit. Ooh, y'all run this. Y'all gave power to all this pride in the earth. Starting with our own women, Israelite women.
Yeah. You saw? I mean, did y'all see that ritual in the UK? That video with the big bull Baal.
Yep.
Y'all saw how proud Eve was.
Yeah.
She was the one that came with that little. I don't know if it was some little light crystal ball in her hand, but she walked right over to the bull and was able to basically stop the bull. Like she saved the day.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Just imagine pride that.
Just imagine the pride, man.
I'm a goddess.
Yep.
Queen.
You see this shit all day on these social media platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddess like me and all of this other shit.
You see that one
That
bitch?
shit's gonna get worse. The new Black Panther,
The sister.
Wakanda Forever. That shit is really what they're pushing with that subtly. Matriarchy. They're saying that matriarchy is basically
Viola Davis.
they're pushing. They're basically pushing that matriarchy is the lick for Jake.
Yeah.
That's what rules, and that's in the scriptures.
Yep.
Y'all already know what scripture that is.
God. You see that one where that Edomite said she had a force field around her?
Oh man.
Yeah, she got knocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie called what'd you call it? Say?
Woman King.
Yeah,
Woman King.
yeah, Viola Davis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not queen, it's a king. And it's about an African tribe, right? Or
Yeah,
women from
yeah.
African tribe or some
Yeah,
shit.
full of women that, fight.
Like Amazonian women, well, Wonder Woman shit. Right.
Seen the Princess Warrior type shit,
All that shit.
Women are the warriors. They're the king.
Yeah.
They're the priest. They're all
fathers.
all the positions of men. The women are pretty much taking that position.
And you see, they always put our woman up there first.
But
The most masculine.
they're always going to use Eve with the imagery.
Yep.
They're always going to use Eve.
Ain't nobody with no bald-headed ass bitch like that, right? You know what I'm saying? All masculine ass, and you ain't got no fucking hair.
I got a quick. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go, O backsliding daughter?
Oh shit.
For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man.
Yeah.
And that was the curse that the Lord put on the men of Israel. That daughter represents the men. The men, the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American men. So the Lord basically put the woman over the man for a curse unto us.
Yep.
And we disobeyed.
And what was part of that plan out of that curse, the manifestation of that, and when a woman is at the head of any structure, that structure is now set up without the Most High. Because when you go to 1 Corinthians 11, it goes into the way the power rankings of the order of it should go. From the Most High down to Yahushua, to the man, and then the woman. The woman act like she can skip all that and go right to the Most High. But we know what her real Most High is. It's the fucking serpent. That's who she can go straight to.
Yeah.
Okay? So that shows you what mode they're in and what type of behavior that this world is pushing on us. That let your woman lead you right to the serpent, right to the devil.
And Eve, she sold out, man.
Yeah. Way in the garden.
Long time ago.
She's selling out on the plantation. She's still selling out, man. Until she repented and got with a man that was a real leader and looked to him as that, not under certain conditions and certain, whatever, but really because that's supposed to be the head that's going to lead, keep her in the spirit of the Lord, which keeps her in the spirit of the Most High. If she ain't doing that, man, shit's off. That was it.
Who was reading?
That was it on that.
Nobody didn't get Isaiah 3 and 12?
I got it.
Oh, 3.
Can bring it up?
This is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee to cause to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
They that lead thee cause you to err.
Yep.
And that's who your enemy got you leading. It's like that's who your enemy got you being led by.
Yep.
Everybody that is sold out to him is your leaders. And it's mainly, he could get that woman very quick. Because they have that kind of relationship going back to the garden.
Yep. It's a carnal relationship, not a spiritual like we're supposed to have.
This is why he's been, these past years, he's been elevating them in these higher up positions. Elevating them to judges,
Vice presidents.
vice presidents,
Hey, what's the
putting
chick?
them in the top positions in the military.
What's the chick's name? That's like the spokesman that's always getting biting out of all the shit. The black chick. Every time there's some heavy shit that needs explaining, they put her up there because she's slick. She's slick in how she
Someone
say
like
shit.
that secretary.
Yeah, with the short hair, the press secretary.
Yeah.
Is it end up?
Yeah. Losing her up or something?
You got the Raiders with president of football is a goddamn woman.
Yeah.
For football.
Yeah. Like what it's like to be hit by a 300. Yeah, put pass on and get hit by a 300-pound man that runs a 4.6 40.
Bro.
They're trying to get a female coach in the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that shit crazy. But
That's what happened in the ancient Rome.
Yep.
They let women, come up in higher positions, and government, you know, where men supposed to lead those positions.
Yep.
And that's why they went down, man. You know, that's the indicator letting you know that's the end of a kingdom, man. Right.
Yeah, the woman you're talking about, Corinne Jean-Pierre.
Yep. Jean Pierre, that's the one. Jean Pierre, yep. That's her. Yep. Always
You still reading? No. What I was going to do was I was going to have you read down, because notice how after it was said that the woman rules over them, so that means that the woman is exalted high amongst our nation. But then right after that, the Lord proceeds to go right into how he was going to humble them.
Yep.
As soon as you keep reading down, it's going to get straight to when he said he's going to strip her. I'm gonna curse her scalp. I'm gonna take her hair away from her. I'm gonna take away her jewels,
Sweet smell.
her sweet smell, her shape.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring her all the way down to the point where now she knows her value. She knows her place.
Yep.
Just keep going.
Okay. This is Isaiah 3:13.
Yep.
The Lord standeth up to plead, and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people, and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces, and grind the faces of the poor, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretch.
They're haughty, proud, because you're in a position where now you're ruling. When it's not supposed to be.
If they were humble, they would have gave the position right back to the men.
They was like, hell no.
They
fell in love with this shit.
I like this, you know.
I'll never get at it. You know? Yeah. Go ahead.
Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet.
Those are acts of pride, bringing attention to herself. Acts of pride. Yep.
That she walking by,
getting attention and shit.
You know, she got a little stroll to her. She got a little trinklets on her ankle, little anklets and shit like that.
She's independent.
In 1 Timothy, with the second chapter, it says that be not with gold and silver embroidered.
Let not your outward, let not your adorning be outward.
Yeah, shit that draws attention to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go ahead.
Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cowls, and their round tires like the moon. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and
like
the earrings.
The attire that they wore,
Yep.
You know, the corsets, the jewelry, the girdles. Well, really, the men wore that, but the women had the stomachers, and it made them. It made it look like they had a very voluptuous shape.
Scab of the crown.
Scab of the crown.
Hey, that's the spirit, though, right? That's the spirit.
I get it.
That's the spirit, man.
That's what get it. Look who she working with. You make blaze off.
Passed out in the
Passed out.
Hey,
look.
Took that inoculation.
Look,
That inoculation.
look at the serpent and Eve going to go save another Edomite.
That's beautiful how in the moment he's setting that example. Right when he's reading about the curse of the black woman, the scab, there's an example right there. And a situation going on with that.
That's dangerous, man. That person could have woke up all startled and shit and mashed on the gas.
Yeah.
You know, plowed through some shit. You good at? You good?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Finish it.
We're at Isaiah 3:21. The rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses of the glasses and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And
Oh
instead,
man, everybody and every man up here knows or have that experience that dealing with that. All right. Whether you've been with a woman that
It's the turn off.
her wounds smell like a tomb.
Hey, man, a lot of times
You might have a female cousin or something in the family. You've been somewhere on like public transportation, and you smell that shit in there.
And these don't even be homeless women. These be
Smell like Pike's Place in motherfucking Seattle and shit.
Yeah.
They throwing the fucking fish in there. Yeah, man. That's because these women's diets. They
pH
don't take
levels
care. Yeah, pH levels. They don't drink water.
they
They don't take baths.
They only eat salty and sweet foods. No balance to their diet.
The standard of Babylonian diet.
Yep.
The American diet.
Yep.
Flesh, more flesh,
Bread.
Cheese.
gluten,
Yep.
sugar,
Yep.
fructose.
Artificial. Every processed and
MS,
artificial.
is it MSG?
Yep.
MSG,
GMO.
GMOs,
Yep.
Dairy.
Yep.
and
okay.
only take
It's okay.
showers.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So he loves shrimp and lobster and garlic.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Abomination and pork.
Man, this
Oh,
cheese
we
just-
can't forget
just
it.
Wipe it off. And that's
We
it.
can't forget about what they
Thank
call
you.
it, bacterial vaginosis,
Yeah.
because they don't clean themselves properly, and then also them having all these sexual partners with all these different men, and letting these men skeet off in them, and it ain't just, you can't rinse that off. She can't hop in the shower and get that DNA and that bacteria that man left in her. That can't come out of her like that.
It's so-called scientifically proven that if you let a man orgasm inside of you, his sperm stay with you forever.
Fine.
You know, and every man's sperm, they're gonna fight against each other.
Yeah, it got
Sperm is territorial.
I think it travels up and it goes into her brain.
Yeah.
So crazy.
And you wonder why she's spaced the fuck out all the time. All type of personality disorders, mood swings.
Royal Rumble, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Not only do they can smell it on their it reflects in their mindset.
Yep.
You can't pair bond with these women.
Yep.
They bipolar.
Yep. And that'd be the other spirit kicking in. You ever see her just staring off into space sometimes? That'd be the switch over, and then she just start arguing. It don't just simply be the demon hopping on you, but one of the niggas that was with her, their demons are now on her as well.
His spirit.
Right.
His uncleanness.
And they're struggling. Hey man, this truth got everything in it. Every level of understanding of what's going on today is written in this Bible with the proper understanding and inspiration of the Holy Spirit.
Yep. Like going back to what his brother said about how it's hard for them to pair bond with you.
Yep.
Take the ultimate hoe for an example. Kim K.
Oh.
Everybody was like, yeah, Kanye taking a big L. You know, what's the dude named Pete Davidson? He took his hoe from him. He's taunting Kanye with his kids and all that. But now look what happened with that. How long did that last? She gonna keep going from one famous dude to the next famous dude to the next famous dude. That's just how it's gonna go. She ain't finna stop at no man.
Hell.
Yeah.
It's impossible for her.
And remember, was that Fresh and Fit where the chick was trying to make a case for Kim K? Yeah, but look what she got. Look what she winning though.
Give it a week, she already gonna be linked up with somebody else. Probably.
She already. That's probably why they broke up, because she was fucking with another nigga.
She said
Because he
I
ain't a
guess
star, man.
She said he was too immature.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, she is twice as age. Huh?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Bitch.
Fucked her whole family off, but she don't give a shit. It's like celebrity number 12 and shit, like for real.
That's something girls
That
don't
we know of, like that's been married to her.
What's that? Being with J-Lo, she got more rings than Tom Brady.
Shit. But E40 said them hoes got more miles on them than Southwest.
I'm telling you.
They just hoes, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, and we get on this topic. It don't even be that we just love to do it, but this is an important topic. But you should be put the pride away and be humble, man. The brother read the scripture, all right? Because right now, what do we see? Women getting humbled, man, by the Lord.
And what is all that shit that you said that they said that she's winning? What is all that fame and money and shit gonna do for you when you ain't got no food, ain't no lights, you ain't got no man there to protect you from when all this shit happens? That's what these women don't realize. They act like they don't need a man, but deep down, all these bitches want a man. It may not be the man they want, but they want a man.
And bitches like that get your head pumped up, man, thinking everybody average, like, and we talk about, you guys hate Kevin Samuels, and women hate Kevin Samuels, but he told y'all the truth. Everybody don't deserve a high value man.
Yeah.
Some of you average women, and y'all are average, but your pride is lifted up too high. You need to be with an average guy. It's okay to be with the basketball coach and the custodian. It's okay. He got his own spot. He take care of business. It's okay. You ain't nothing but working at Sally's Beauty Supply anyway. You ain't doing shit.
Well, in the time of trouble, the average guy is gonna be a high value man to her. All right? It says a man shall be more precious than fine. Well, really, that's applying to really just the men of the Lord there.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have no man,
find value in men in general when all hell breaks loose.
Man,
and that's why the brother's still right there.
Right.
All you gotta do is just keep reading down.
Yep.
You're gonna see why men have value, but men then lost that in this society.
Right.
You know. Keep reading.
Okay. Isaiah.
What good is all that? When everything is shut down and it's you in the midst of a pandemonium, men ain't gonna give a fuck about all that shit, man. And you ain't gonna have access to all these things that make you so-called attractive and valuable in this world. Once that's cut off, then what?
Your looks don't mean shit.
Like I said,
Yeah.
Your looks don't mean shit. Your box don't mean shit.
Now you're just prey.
Pretty much.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
it's Isaiah 3:24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Completely humble. Completely humble.
And imagine you walking around as a man and you see a woman on the ground like that. You ain't gonna want to lift her up. Oh, let me lift you up, Cinderella. Ain't gonna be that Cinderella
All the
bullshit.
Simpsons, they dead already.
Yeah, it's just saying right before that they gonna die in the war.
The nigga that would have did that, he did right.
Yeah.
You know, he on the ground leaking somewhere.
Yeah. Cause he trying to defend the bitch.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you should have just mind your business.
Yeah. You see in the book of Eli, talk about that same type of fear. He didn't want to deal with it.
Hey, Con,
He was trying his best to stay away from it.
when you look at it, that book, the movie, it was only well, every woman that they showed was in distress. You know, they all need help except the one woman because she could read. You know,
Read the Braille.
read the Braille. But other than that, hey, the woman that was by the cart, she was being used as a
Bait.
trap, as a bait. You know, and she still didn't get taken care of after after those men got killed by Gmslv, man. You know, she stayed right there.
And I'm talking about in that movie, he was up on that bridge looking, He was up there, nope, stay on the path, stay on the path. It doesn't concern you. And they was down there murdering those travelers. One of them was a woman.
Murdering the whole family.
Yeah, the whole family. Like this ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay on the path. Mind your own damn business.
Yeah.
You just let that roll.
And that's using wisdom. Because in these times you're gonna have to use wisdom. It may be babies or women crying and stuff. You're gonna have to just say, hey, that's not my business.
Exactly. Your business, man. Hey, you going to help somebody else gonna get you jacked up. Like we start off talking about, you don't know the judgment the Lord has set up for that situation. Now you just got involved. No, that was the end of that chapter.
Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Trodden down as the mire of the streets. And being out there by yourself, choosing the wrong one, get you jacked up. And then she proves that she's your enemy because she scoffs at this life that we live. A man that really can offer true protection through the grace of the Lord, that can instruct you in the wisdom and show you how you should be moving to get that mercy from the Lord.
And what she's really scoffing at is order.
And that's what exactly,
because this is what this truth brings. It brings order to everyone, the father, the husband, the wife, the children. Everyone has to be in order. And our women, they want to be the head. And that's fucking up the order.
Bro, how you walk in front of a car? Pride, man. Fucking machine. And expect the cars on the green light to stop for you, not in the crosswalk. But that shows you them type of people are gonna get jacked up in that day. They're gonna plow through that, man. I'm telling you. People gonna be plowing through people like it means nothing. Yeah. And the Lord is delivering that vengeance unto the world. And the world can't ignore it for too much longer. You said you have precepts also?
This is coming from the book of Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Down.
They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Yeah. Right now, the world has been handed to you, especially to a pretty woman. The world has been handed to you on a silver platter. All you gotta do is twerk to get it. All you gotta do is, whatever you do to get it, right? But when the shit hit the fan, all the shit that mattered to you, there's not a man of power that's gonna care about that, whatever thing you can offer. They're gonna look at you as your beauty and all your baggage that you come with is nothing but a burden unto them. A hindrance unto what I'm gonna break my foot. Same, we were talking about Book of Eli.
Yeah, and that's what he said. That's why he locked her up in that door, that cave. He said, hey, because you're gonna mess up my mission. Because what? Think about it, especially in that day. Hey, having a woman by yourself, already understanding how society is today. Hey man, when a woman doesn't eat, she catches an attitude faster. So now you have to deal with all that as you try a pilgriming, around. You got to hear another voice yapping in your ear. Being dissatisfied with the situation that you're in. Just bitching, man.
I got
another mouth to feed.
I got another. I got a movie moment that I like how he said it. It was in the Born Identity. He said,
Yeah.
He said, all right, so when we park now, wipe the car down and you go your way, I'm going. So I can't go my own way. I don't know what to do. He was like, I can't do this with you. I can't move with you like that. I can't, you know.
That was only in a time of trouble.
Oh yeah.
When there's nothing going on, when it's peaceful like this, then the bitch thinks she fucking goddamn fucking Amazonian Wonder Woman and shit.
Shit hit the fan though. Here comes, I need your help. Same with the movie.
That's when they turn feminine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Say you gotta run or something, man. You know?
Run.
You go out, hey, she's gonna get caught. You know? Because one, they're not working out. You know, they're not prepared to jog for 5-10 minutes if needed.
Even if they was, they not ready to. They can't fight a man.
Yeah.
You know, they can't fight a beast.
Yep.
You know,
See, what Esau is doing, he's giving you this liberty. Hey, but you don't understand that liberty is really causing your downfall, man. Because as the brother's been mentioning, all these different movies of a woman, hey, just beating the shit out of man and saving the day. Hey, a lot of you women are gonna have that mentality, and in the days to come, that's gonna get you killed, man.
Hey, they used in movies, you know, there used to be the woman would fight the lesser underboss and the man would fight the big boss, right?
Yeah.
Now they got women fighting the other big bosses and winning.
Yeah.
Like,
bro,
what the fuck?
Black Widow fought like a group of dudes inside of a building, bro, and they was all trained professionals.
Bro.
She whipped all their ass by herself.
Think about it, a chick like Amanda Nunes who can actually whoop some ass.
Right.
She ain't gonna do nothing in that day.
Yeah.
So how much more you owe a woman?
Whoop some other bitches.
You know? She's gonna be scared.
And them bitches ain't gonna want to fight.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know, so these movies that are pumping you women up.
Hey, they gave you a false sense of hope and security. But what we're talking about is real tangible. But you need faith. And you definitely, as a woman, we know you don't have that, but as a woman, you need belief in the man that's guiding you. In his faith, in his belief in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Anything else ain't gonna work. The thug nigga that's from such and such hood over here and there, whatever else, that the thug nigga out of jail and whatever else, that ain't gonna be the guy that gets it done. You don't get ran through like everybody else, man. Just like just another woman, you gonna get done just like that. A man of the Lord is who's gonna sustain through all of this. Okay? Because of the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Not on our own accord. Lord, what a world be elected, of course.
And she that is my enemy shall see it.
Yep.
She look around and see she's the one being attacked. When the death angel's going through, like when the Lord gave that decree to the angel, go through the midst of Jerusalem and smite.
Yep.
And don't let your heart spare. Start with the ancients, but work your way through. Hit the maids, the children, and women. When that happens, you're gonna start to see it. That's when you're gonna start to see it. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. All right? They're gonna be trodden down as the mire in the streets. We see reports, and it's been going on for a little bit of time now. Like since this pandemic even started, the men is just starting to say, man, I'm starting to get tired of these bitches, man. And women are getting ran up on in broad day, getting kidnapped, snatched up.
Yeah. Remember we talked.
A dude will randomly just walk up to a chick and just like with everything he's got.
Bro, remember
what the fuck is going on? But you see, the Lord is putting a certain spirit out there.
The earth,
Remember during the pandemic, they said domestic violence was on all-time high. Because, man, hey, Jake needs to get out and get away from this crazy bitch sometimes. You know?
Let off some steam, go relax. Go around a woman that's gonna treat him right, and then go home and deal with this thing.
So how about in that day, it's like, man, I ain't got time for this shit, man. I'm out and don't never come back home.
And that used to happen. The man leave out for a pack of cigarettes and some milk and never come back. It don't always be because he was dealing with another woman. You don't want to go back to your crazy ass.
I mean, if the woman is good to him and he deal with another woman, he's gonna come back.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't never really gonna leave. You got one?
Isaiah 4:1. In that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, who eat our own bread, and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, and take away our reproach. That's talking about the elect, right? The elect men.
Right. And the key thing is to take away my reproach. Because all people are going to be going through reproach. But the men of the Lord not going to have that same reproach. And women really going to catch it hard. If you go to all these apocalyptic movies, you know, there's always a scarcity of women around. From the Book of Eli, the Road, you just go to all of them. Any of these other zombie apocalypse movies, any of them.
Purge movies.
Purge. Women are always scarcity. A man always has to, a man always has to step in and save him. One woman in the movie, there were 2 women in the movie. One of them walked off into the darkness. We know what happened to that, without a coat. The only other woman was with a man that had a family. The only other woman in the movie.
Hey man, that's why you're gonna get to understand why the scriptures say that you women that's gonna be saved, you're gonna be saved through childbearing. All right, your position is important because you're gonna be needed to bring back these souls, these spirits.
Yep.
That's what you're gonna be preserved for. See, you think them women that made it on that ark with Noah and his sons made it on that ark just because they were women or
they were good
because they were good, righteous women? No, they made it because they were going to be used for Noah and his sons to replenish the earth.
Yep. They had a
So
purpose.
guess what? Those women had that purpose. They were saved through childbearing.
Yep. Beautiful point.
See? Other than that, you really wouldn't make it, man.
Yeah.
We could do it without you.
And at that time, we ain't gonna be no romanticized, you know, like a Hollywood novel or some shit. Romance novel. It ain't gonna be like that. We'll deal with one, deal with another. See your ass in fucking 2 weeks.
And all of them, or in some cases 9 months, right?
Yeah.
Hey, and the point of it though, is it ain't gonna be all them goddamn games going on. But baby, it's just a little man. It's gonna be men out there ravishing women. Now, whoever got that idea, did you grab Isaiah and read down to the ravishing?
That's coming back already.
Yeah.
I did a lesson on it. How this one nigga, it was like 4 something in the morning. This is I think in Philly or something like that, or it might have been in New York. But it was like 4 something in the morning. This nigga come down in a subway and sees this nigga and this woman sitting there, and she trying on clothes and shit. Right at the damn, huh?
When it was the one where they was fucking and the guy came over and raped her with gunpoint.
I don't know if they was doing anything, but all I know is he caught her like she was probably taking off her clothes, trying to put on some other clothes. Yeah. But they figured that they could do that shit because it was late night, everybody out around. Yeah. These niggas out every hour of the night, man. Come on, man. Especially a nigga like that, a nigga late night on probably high out his mind, but he got that thing on him and shit, looking to get into trouble, some late night shit, and he come down and he stumble upon this bitch trying on some clothes, and he comes over there and put the gun to him. Like, hey nigga, I like what I see. Nigga, if you take one step, I'm gonna blow you away, but I won't hurt. And nigga proceeded to rape that woman right in front of him.
That was a nigga right there, bro.
And that was a man, clear example, man.
Like this intensified.
There's a lot of grimy ass, low-ball, demonic niggas out there on the loose.
Wait till they get let loose when society collapses.
Hey, wasn't it a demon in New York that raped a woman on the subway?
That you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, on the
No, it was another one too.
Yeah,
it's another one. Yeah.
On the subway with passengers on.
Yeah, and they didn't do nothing about it or nothing. Yeah, man.
That was broad daylight.
Yeah. And this is when a lot more of that started happening on a broader scale. Then you women gonna learn to appreciate being a keeper at home, like you're supposed to be.
And we saw what they tried to speak about. We saw what they tried to speak about when they were saying that they could be drafted into the war. I'm supposed to say that, right? Yeah, they were like, I'm about to get pregnant. I'm in the kitchen saying all this other thing. Yeah, I'm going back to the kitchen. Okay, but all y'all ain't say that. Because all y'all was talking about equality, equality. Now that you're equal,
That's when the long dress is gonna start coming out.
all that
Cover
skin
the face,
covering
nails.
up, they'll cover up all that.
A lot of these women, they really got their tools found.
Oh yeah,
You know, Roe versus Wade shit,
yeah.
they like, fuck it, you know.
Oh man. Hey, the Lord got a calm spirit on him, man. It's because it can be comical, but shit is not a game.
Yeah, the other church.
You was still reading? No,
He
was
read Isaiah 4.
Yeah, he was reading. He's his brother holding it.
Yeah, he got that.
It's Isaiah 13. And yeah. Start that up.
Yeah.
This is 9. Yep. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened, and his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I'll punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low. And will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, and I'll make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir.
Even a righteous man in the golden wedge of Ophir. Meaning a big ass chunk of gold that could probably be worth millions. He's gonna be more valuable than that. The best of the best.
Yeah, more precious than the gold that Solomon had his navy come over to the Americas to get.
Esau came and conquered
Came
America.
over here and got that real solid,
What's that? 24 karat shit.
Yeah.
man,
Pure.
like pure gold, man.
I got Ophir in Wikipedia. Is a port or region mentioned in the Bible famous for its wealth. King Solomon received a cargo from Ophir every 3 years, which consisted of gold, silver, sandalwood, pearls, ivory, apes, and peacocks.
Then you know that was coming over here, that 3 years, to sail over here.
The Lord said in that day, a man's gonna be even more precious than that. These women today, they think a man, his value is based on him making 6 figures or more. You know, he got to make 200,000 or more because I make 150. You know, that's in her mind. You know, if he's making more than her because she's living oh so well, she's living at ease, then he has to have more value. Well, like I said earlier, an average man is going to be more. He's going to be a high value man to you.
I'll be impossible.
You know, a man who you deem as average, but he's actually a man of the Lord. He's gonna be super high value, and more than likely he ain't gonna be checking for you. You know. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
That was it on that?
Oh, it was
That was sent on the also. Yeah, that's
It was a righteous.
It's 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone to his own land. Can I keep going now? It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
That's back in the earth. That's back in the earth.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives what?
Ravished.
I don't even think we need to. We don't even need to get the definition for that word. Y'all know exactly what that means.
And that links up with 2 Ezra 16.
15. 15. 16 and 15.
It should be madman sparing none. It's gonna be martial law troops doing that. It's gonna be bugged out niggas and Edomites doing that shit too. For the lack of food.
Yeah, I got both of them. 2nd Ezra 15. I'm gonna jump straight to the point. Verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride," that word again, right? "The city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation."
Is that a bad?
Yeah, that's a bad.
There's 3 of them up there, 2 black ones.
Yeah, it's a bad. Black ones are bad.
There's another one in that chapter. I'm gonna look at that, but real quick. Verse 71. This is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 71. "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." That's plain.
And people don't realize how many wicked motherfuckers is out there that will rape a woman right now if I said the word, but if they can get caught.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of twisted, you know, niggas out here, Edomites, heathens.
We in that incel generation.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of men, because women are so highly exalted, they got all the options.
Yeah.
Men are not getting it, man. A lot of men are not getting it.
And women are like, the women have the option to choose, like, and man, these men are really burning. They like
burning hard.
And that's the thing too, like even the instant thought to tell you they got just a random man that was stalking. Hey, more than that day.
Put a lot of money on you, Tommy.
Hey, I was thinking the same thing.
Man.
Hey, then that day, what's a nigga named Myron?
Yeah, Myron.
He kicking down the door.
Which I was gonna lead into that other movie, the second Purge movie, Anarchy.
Oh yeah.
That Purge Anarchy, hey, you know, come on, man, come on, let me come up there and kick it with y'all doing the Purge, you know? All right.
Yeah,
Later on, he kicked blew the door in with the door buster.
you know, when you talking about Fresh and Fit, they did a statistic about how men 18 to 25, they're basically a lot of them are virgins, or they don't never have sex with a woman.
Yeah.
It'll be years, you know.
Right.
A lot of
That's
that
the age
testosterone built up.
Yeah.
That's the year they're supposed to be getting.
Exactly. A lot of testosterone built up. When that time comes, man, a lot of these guys, man, they gonna take it.
Testosterone and stress.
They gonna take it.
Because sex is a de-stressor,
Yeah.
you know, and so all the stress of life and all of this going on, what you think gonna end up happening to these men? They're gonna snatch. If there's no police, they're gonna snatch up. I ain't just taking off.
These women gonna get ainah.
Yep. There you go.
Y'all know that Hebrew word ainah.
Look it up. You know it.
Y'all can look it up. Ainah. That's what's gonna happen, man. You know,
Hey,
especially in the time of lawlessness. All right. You already got certain cities where law enforcement don't respond to certain calls. You know, you had one woman. She made a TikTok video talking about how many times she done called the authorities because her man just keeps wilding out, and she feels like she was going to be attacked, and every time she would call them, they never showed up.
How dare the police not show up when that woman needed help?
That's what time we're coming into.
That's what happens when you
That's
defund
what
the
time we're
police.
coming into.
More important things going on in their eyes. They don't have the funds to allocate that type of protection, that type of service. Hey, bad times coming to this place.
So imagine when it's all anarchy, man. This shit's gonna be no joke. And we can't really exaggerate it, man. It's gonna be way worse than how we're expressing it.
Yeah.
We only could just tell you based off what the prophecy saying in the scriptures. You know? But this shit's gonna play out for real.
Yep.
You think you seeing something now with these, different reports news segments here and there covering certain stories about these type of incidents is happening, but this shit's gonna become more frequent. Because the people, everybody's getting more and more restless. It tells you that iniquity shall abound. That means that iniquity shall be increased. You know, that whole spirit of being heartless, you know, the love of many, waxing cold, no remorse, no nothing, man. That's just where we at. It's only gonna get worse and worse, man.
They trying to mock, trying to take a picture in front of the sign.
Hey, let them do it. The scriptures talk about these things, man.
Pride.
And plus, these are the devils. They could do that. This is their last little hurrah in their kingdom before this shit all goes out.
And they need to have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, this is the end of it. Now they're bugged out.
And the Lord, you know, knowing how terrible the Lord is, he could be patient with them and catch their ass later when they least expect it, or he can get them out of there real quick. They might not leave the city.
And Dub just passed with like 5 kids, man. Says Book of Lamentation, they gonna solder in their children.
Yeah.
Man. There's gonna be women that eat their own children.
That's how bad it's gonna be. And we see the famine.
Only right now they're allowed to be proud. Only just right now. That's because everything hasn't hit the fan totally yet.
Yeah.
It's just little events here and there, you know. The media scaring you, you know.
Like, how contradictory that the media says one thing, but then the movies show you something else. No, that you can make it out of.
There's a Del Taco commercial. I just did the lesson on it. It's a Del Taco commercial that's showing you inflation. You know, they go into the grocery store and they pan off at the eggs and they say $1 bajillion. And then the next thing they show is the gas prices. It says $5,000+ a gallon. And then after that, they go into a car dealership and the car is like 900 and something thousand.
Yeah, that's hyperinflation.
You know,
you're heading to if you do research on the Weimar Republic, back in the 1920s, you know, they had their loaf of bread could be like trillions of dollars. You know, America's headed towards that. All right.
That's how you know we getting ready to go into war.
Yeah.
That was when that happened. That was right in between the First World War and the Second World War.
It was the birth of Adolf Hitler.
They call it the Great Depression.
Yep.
And it kind of reminded me of that scripture in Isaiah 19, where it said the Lord give Egypt over to a cruel Lord.
Yeah.
Sure rule. Yeah. Dictatorship, man.
Watch, hey, y'all thought Trump was crazy? Y'all already crying for Trump to come back.
Yeah.
Because of how Biden has made shit. And it's only gonna get worse then. And guess what? Don't let him die, because his spirit is fighting to stay in his body, but really his spirit is crawling up out of that body right now.
The spirit is wandering around and shit.
Right.
Off the body.
But let Campbell Toy Harris get in position. That's gonna be way worse, man.
They probably walk around with a nigga with a defibrillator with him all the time.
It's always ready.
Always ready.
I remember.
They're already coming for you niggas over those PPP loans, COVID relief, fraud or whatever.
He's supposed to be hiring like 80-something thousand IRS agents.
Yep.
What you think that's for? To break you niggas, man. Gonna break y'all.
Them niggas about to get pressed.
It was a nice little snare they set up.
Yep.
Jake fell right into it.
All Jake wanted was $10,000. That was like the minimum, and Jake was good with that. And that $10,000 about to put a lot of you niggas in.
It was in
deep shit with Esau.
We were in the middle of a pandemic, and Jake was in Bahamas.
Oh yeah, I was talking with that beer.
You know?
With that beer, he was like, I don't know what's gonna happen with this thing, but while I got it, this pandemic, the PPP got me drinking better beer, better women, better places. Dumbass niggas, better jails. You know, that's all the place they gonna send your ass. Better poorhouse. And this is the point of what they're doing. They're trying to get you to be a slave to the new system, to the new digital system, so they can force that payment. tracking system.
A new payment system, yeah.
MOTB.
Digital slave system. Yeah, pride. All these people proud, man. But they don't know that they're being, like the brother said, they're being taken in a snare right now. All these people, man. All right? They're being taken in an evil net.
Good. It's easy.
All right? And then once the adversity finally hits, then they're gonna remember us.
It ain't twice.
You know? Like that Edomite couple that was just right over here, they're gonna remember that too.
Oh yeah.
He gonna be watching them troops have their way with her demonic ass.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he try to intervene, they gonna turn the gun around and just
He might
bake him in his
he might be a
dome.
cuck and like it, man.
He probably film that shit on purpose.
But hey, man, you said they may not leave Vegas. Hey, who knows? When we leave here, shit, they can have a mass shooting down here on Fremont, and them niggas could get got.
Shit, it's happened before.
Yeah.
This happened like 2 weeks ago, last week.
Over here.
Yeah.
That was like a month ago with
always
them Jakes out there fighting and shooting and shit.
I remember that day, man, when we sent up the curses, people walking by talking shit. The Lord made sure we all got home.
See it on the
Before we
news.
saw that report. Breaking news, man. Motherfuckers getting laid down.
Hey, that
Shit is not a game, man. Hey, what's that in Chronicles? We always bring that out.
16 to 36.
36 and 16. See, what's scary about the Most High is how long-suffering He is. The Lord don't automatically, He don't act off of impulse like people do. The Lord can wait before He gets your ass, man. That's way more scary than a person that'll just immediately react and judge you right then and there, man. That's why the Lord is allowing these people to just be super haughty and proud, and just they walking around, driving around, taunting us, yelling out little remarks or slurs or whatever they do, taking little selfies, trying to get us in a little picture with them, to mock us,
mocking the signs,
Yeah, let these people do that, man. We know how terrible the Lord is, man, so it's nothing to us. They can do what the hell they want to do. They was doing it during the days of Noah.
Shit, they was mocking and talking shit about Yahweh Shah.
I got that in Chronicles.
Yep.
2 Chronicles 36 and 14, read down. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord power of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up bedtimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people. And on
that this is a public service announcement from the Heavenly Father, this is the prophets. You're doing y'all a service, and you mock the prophets. It's okay.
He had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people.
Yeah, we're not a photo op up here, So we're not tour guides. Say, hey, which way is the script? Which way do I get the Fremont? Is it this way? We're not here for that. We're here for spiritual information, not what's up the block or street or just for a moment of entertainment. And that's why Apostle Hart get on a lot of them jakes that click. He hit him with a couple weeks ago with that bait. And everybody clicked on it.
Everybody clicking on the videos because they want to be entertained.
Versus want to learn. He used one of Elder Yashua's videos where he went to a long video into deep history. He's like, but how many views that got? Yeah. It's the difference, man. But a lot of wisdom and knowledge and spiritual growth can happen in a video like that. Versus just the entertainment videos.
There we go. Entertainment right now. Until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy.
remedy.
Yeah, because the prophets, they really, once the message is going out, that's it.
Yep.
The blood is off their hands. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. Now it was on Jake. Now they got to receive their punishment.
Yeah.
Because all you did was just, you took what the prophets did as just a form of entertainment to you. So it wasn't taken serious. You know? That's on Jake, man. That's on them. And then these heathens, they can feel free to do what the hell they want to do. But hey, we're just like we're out here to give Jake warning. We're supposed to warn these other nations too.
Yeah.
Like if them two devils, if they want to stick around, we could have laid into them.
Yep. They're going on. We could just told them what it was.
Their fate is pretty much. We got it right here in our hands. What their fate is. We can read it to them. Your kingdom is getting ready to be destroyed. When you're gonna burn, your spirit is gonna reincarnate later, and you're gonna be born into slavery, captivity. We're gonna trade places. Yep. You ain't gonna be proud. You're gonna be in misery. You're gonna be in sorrow. You're gonna lose all this crap. This shit is trash any damn way.
You're gonna be in straits forever.
Yeah, man. But hey, we can't forget though, like Apostle Paul said in Corinthians, that we're supposed to be made a spectacle unto the world. You know, we're something to gaze upon. We're like an attraction.
Yeah.
People don't know what this. A lot of people do know what this is about. They know. We've been on YouTube long enough.
They didn't heard.
Huh?
Yeah, I went and talked to those one guys, man, with the robes. Yeah, man, they're funny, man. They're,
Yep.
This ain't entertainment.
Those guys are cool. They let me take a picture with them. Hey. But you don't even realize, man, this is the counsel of the Lord here, man. You're going to take the counsel of the Most High serious? Yeah, man. That's what's that, Ezekiel 33. And it showed, but then shall be known that a prophet has been among them. Yeah. Yeah, man.
You quoted one earlier. I missed what you said. I was grabbing it when you got talking to woman. What you were saying?
Looking for something? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 12, and I started at 22. It says, Son of man, I'll start at 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Yeah, because no one of these shall fail. None shall want hurt me. All right? When the Lord speaks something, when he speaks a thing, it's final. It shall accomplish that which he pleased. It shall not return unto him void. Go ahead.
But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel.
Yep.
For I am the Lord.
Hey, basically, your fucking your fortune tellers, your tarot card readers, palm readers. You know, them type of people,
Call them now.
Purveyors, those type of
scientists
motherfuckers.
Almanac builders,
daily prognosticators, soothsayers.
They ain't gonna do nothing for you. They ain't got no answers for you. There's gonna be a point in time where you can only receive the answers from the true prophets. That's what happened with Joseph. That's what happened with Daniel. They didn't have no answers, man. Go ahead.
says, for I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord power. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And he prophesieth of the times that are far off.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. That's all these niggas that's proud and that scoff and they don't take this serious. They just think we just out here just with Bibles. In the back of their mind, they like, man, I don't believe the shit that they saying is gonna happen in my lifetime.
I believe it's gonna happen, just not.
I don't, and so I hope it don't.
Yep.
They hoping it's not true.
Yep.
That they want to continue in their wickedness.
Yep.
You know? That's why when we out here constantly bringing out these prophecies, it's really an agitation to them.
Yep.
Which is why they want to, you know, like, hey,
Make
roll the
light of
window
it.
up, turn the music up. We don't want to hear that shit.
And take pictures and make light of the situation.
Yeah,
All of it.
that's just making a mockery out of it. Let's, you know, let's use them for entertainment.
Then they're gonna see that feminine mindset that a lot of these people have on them. They're gonna be like, see, that's why I took a picture, because I knew it was gonna happen. But you ain't, if you know what's gonna happen, you will be spiritually prepared for it. And you're not.
What the fuck the picture gonna be for?
Converted and
Thank
healed.
you. Thank you.
You would have been converted if you were serious, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the only way to get through this, is to actually be converted and be healed by it.
They would have been moved by fear.
Yep.
Exactly.
I thought so. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 Peter chapter 3, I'm going to start at verse 2. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 1, because we're talking about they would have converted, right? It says, this second epistle, beloved, I write now unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance. Their minds would have been stirred up and they'd have converted and been healed, right? It says, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, before it went down, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. They would have been rehearsing the righteous acts of the commandments, cleaning themselves up that way. That's how you convert and be healed. You begin to do the things showing your faith by your works. You know, performing the law to the best of your ability by your faith and by the works of your faith, right?
But also taking in that word and having faith.
That's right.
That's the first step.
That's right.
And then being a doer of the word and not just a hearer.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, you all know this one. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust, saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Going into, not in this lifetime, it's going to continue like this. It's been, y'all teachers in New York been doing this for 30 years, plus years, and y'all still out here, and ain't nothing happening. They're still looking at it like pandemic, famine, inflation, World War III, like that ain't nothing happening. Microchips, ain't nothing happening, for real.
Say something slick, and then next thing you know, another lockdown hits you.
Yeah.
Now you're really stuck. You can't afford another lockdown this time. You know what that shit's gonna do to you people, man?
But not the first time.
Y'all thought the world was gonna end during the first lockdown. Then they let you out for a little. They gave you a little break. Now it's back to, you know, everything is back to normal. With a good number of y'all already that dropped dead though. Some of y'all that survived it, you're still alive, so you're proud. You don't even know what's coming your way, man. But really, you know, hey, if you still living and you still breathing after all that, and you happen to get through all this, that don't mean that the Lord ain't preserving you until that day.
We read Amos 5.
Huh?
You escape one judgment, and another one meets you. escape that judgment, but eventually you're gonna get got.
Yeah.
The Lord is undefeated. He don't miss. You think Steph Curry don't miss? The Lord don't miss.
Was that it on that in
That was it.
get that in Sirach for me?
27, 26, right?
27 and 28.
It says, Sirach 27 and 28, mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them.
That's why we don't. When these people do what they do, we understanding the patience of the Lord and how terrible at the same time the Lord is. We know that He's slow in anger, but He's great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord sees everything, everything. All right, even recording what's in your thoughts, man.
Yeah.
So we're early on, like when we were younger in the spirit, we used to get so agitated. Anytime somebody walked by and say some remark or mock or whatever, we get angry and scream on them and cuss them out and
whole lesson change.
damn near want to get carnal. But now it's like, dog, this is what they supposed to be doing.
What's the scripture in Revelation 22? He that is unjust, let him be unjust.
God.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta fall into that lot.
Yeah.
You can't save
It's
everybody.
better them than us.
Yeah.
You know? Because we already know that we know the latter end. Hey, what's that in Ecclesiastes 8? Though they prolong their days, get that for them. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, on down.
Yep.
It's not going to end well for these people, man.
Ecclesiastes 8 and
Esau,
11.
these nations, and 2/3 of Jacob. It ain't going to end well for them, man. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil.
Yep.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, which fear before him.
Yep.
But it shall not be well with the wicked.
Not going to be well with you, man. It's not going to end well.
Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not the Most High.
There it is. Somebody get that same verse and get it in the NLT.
Same verse.
Matter of fact, read it in the CSB. Read it in the CSB version.
And this Ecclesiastes 8 and 11 in the CSB, it says, because the sentence against an evil act is not carried out quickly, the heart of the people is filled with the desire to commit evil.
Read that again.
It reads, this is the CSB, because the sentence against an evil act is not carried out quickly, the heart of the people is filled with the desire to commit evil.
Yeah. This is why these people they're so fucking loose with their behavior and how they conduct themselves, man. Why should I have any fear of what I'm doing if nothing is happening to me for it?
They're careless.
Careless. You know? They know we're not gonna do nothing. we're in the flesh, but we walk after the spirit. We understand that this is more of a spiritual thing anyway. We do not war after, even though we're in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. The flesh. You know? It's all really spiritual at the end of the day. Go ahead. There was more, right?
Yeah.
You read all the same verses you read in KJV.
This is 12, and it reads, although a sinner does evil 100 times and prolongs his life, I also know that it will go well with God-fearing people, for they are reverent before him.
Yep.
However, it will not go well with the wicked, and they will not lengthen their days like a shadow, for they are not reverent before the Most High.
Yep. So it's not going to end well for them. See? I mean, who knows how many scoffers that we probably don't even remember.
Right.
Because I mean, a lot of scoffers that we've encountered over the years we've been in this thing, a lot of them we don't even remember their faces. We don't know, like, at this point, who's in the spiritual realm, who the Lord had already dealt with, that we may have sent them up on. We wouldn't even know. But guess what? The Lord still got us out here doing this. You know?
Hey, when you just had a video of the dude that was in the camp and then he come out.
He became a major scoffer.
He said that he was going to kill brothers or come and shoot them.
Yep.
You know, he was talking mess or whatever else, a wickedness that he was doing unto the servants to Yahweh Bashim Shai, and the Lord killed him, man. You had him get into a car accident.
Hit a tree, right?
Yeah,
Hit a tree. Yeah. It didn't even put a dent in that tree. The tree didn't feel it.
Lord probably put an angel in this fucking on top of the car or some shit. Scared and shit. Wow.
Yeah. Saw an angel before he gave up the ghost.
Hell yeah.
Nigga thought he was in the clear. Like, oh. Most High forgot.
And on that journey to the spiritual realm, that shame was hitting. I know why the Lord did this to me.
Yeah.
I already know why.
Yep.
You know?
Sirach 5, verse 4 in the GNT. It says, don't think that you can sin and get away with it. The Lord does not mind waiting to punish you.
He does not mind.
The Lord does not mind waiting.
Yeah.
The Lord is real patient before he fuck you up.
Long suffering.
He ain't on no time
Good and
limit.
bad. Yeah. This concept of time is way different.
Yeah, the Lord is not just, he's not just reactionary, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Lord will have mercy on you and make sure you catch what you're doing and turn back. So he ain't got to fuck you up.
Right.
But then if you don't use that time, eventually it will catch up to you. And the Lord will give you your issue, man. You know? You got plenty of time to think about and reflect and repent. And normally when you get visited, it's because you didn't think about it. You did not repent. You didn't have no remorse. You did not return with sorrow. You just continued on in your pride, man. And that got you put to death. Let that be a lesson for you dudes you was once a part of this, but now you're a fully devout scoffer now. Now your whole thing is I gotta attack what I was just a part of,
or defend my position.
Yeah, because they don't accept me anymore, type shit. You know.
Shit.
All right.
If you were sincere, do the work, continue on the work. Yeah. But they continue. It's like their new mission is, like you said, to come up against with everything that GMS is saying.
And that's the worst thing to fall into, man. That's the worst thing that can happen, because you're gonna be thinking that the whole entire time you doing the Lord a service, only for you to be put to shame in the end. Or the Lord's gonna deny you before His Father and before the angels.
Become a God-given mission to be destroyed, put to shame.
You don't think that your cause was actually justified, and you're gonna say within yourself when the Lord is beaming up His men, but your ass is still down there, and you're gonna be thinking, damn, didn't I continue? But I continued. I never stopped going out. Yeah, but what was you when you was going out? What was your ministry? What was it all about? What was you constantly going into? It wasn't prophesying anymore. It became about your contention and strife that you got.
You're the nigga that said, wait, so if I've been wicked,
the
Lord put wickedness on me, like, oh, this nigga,
perfected his
I
wickedness.
perfected my wickedness. I don't get to go to heaven. Nigga, you been wicked.
He said, I did what he wanted me to do.
You told me to do it, right? Man.
I can see if he was an Edomite. Jake.
Right.
Damn.
Nigga, you would stick around and hear that. So, you know.
The Lord's gonna just kill Jake, man.
Yeah. It's the only remedy for these people. For a lot of these people, that's really the only remedy. Some of them, the remedy is to see a miracle. Most of them is just death by pain.
Some of them, the Lord's just gonna scare the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And they go and because of that fear, they're gonna turn and be converted. Some of these niggas gotta be like, they gotta be terrified into conversion.
Scared straight.
Scared straight. You know, even if that take for a Lord to finally put the spirit on a brother to make an example, man. They witnessed the power for once. That in itself will convert a lot of niggas, man.
Yeah.
So that people shall be willing.
And then they have power. You know? The Lord said in their affliction they shall seek me early. Jake ain't afflicted enough.
Yeah. Still got running water, bro.
Yes.
People don't know how deep that we always bring up the running water. How deep that running water runs, man.
Man, that shit's getting ready to run
Yeah,
out.
and that's the last thing I was gonna say.
Both.
That water's running out.
The actual physical water and the water of this truth.
Yeah, those counties.
I got a scripture talking about these guys that go against the apostles on down. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. So what gives you a good report, man? Yeah, the men that are open. Yeah.
Hey, at the end of the day, this is fucked up because I don't believe you're gonna make it. But hey, it ain't up to me. But at the end of the day, the apostles still say things like, but he is out there teaching. So a lot of these off as Hebrew like students, yeah. But they are still out there teaching. They're teaching the right thing, but they still out there. You know? What about some of you that know the right doctrine and just ain't doing it?
Now, sometimes the apostle he purposely shows leniency.
Yeah.
But that's what I take into account is where it says in Romans the 12th chapter where it says somebody go to it real quick, Romans 12 and like maybe around 20.
Verse 20 says,
Yeah.
Yep.
Just the principle of it.
Yeah. You gotta go.
You want just 20?
Start at 17.
Yep.
Start at 17.
This is Romans chapter 12 and verse 17. Recompense no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Yep.
If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
Yeah. That's possible. Even Sakari, all the years we've been going back and forth with them dudes, and it got heated, and all type of shit didn't happen. But every once in a while, the apostle will still say, "But the dudes is out there. They still out there doing the work.
Yeah.
We don't agree with them on things, but they still out there." That's really to keep the peace. And that still don't mean that they gonna make it.
Remember the time Sakari was getting arrested, and Apostle said, I hope them brothers was all right.
We still gotta have character. We still gotta show our integrity and character.
And that was after,
we still gotta be blameless.
And that was in the midst of them saying some slick ass shit. I don't know if that was after they came to New York but we was at odds with them. And the Apostle, still had the.
Yeah, and it was the timing of it had to have been through the Spirit.
Yeah.
Because brothers was hot, and brothers still was angry. Yep. Even after the apostle said that, but they, you know, was in order. Was like, well, you know what, whatever.
Yep.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
Yep.
For it is written.
Basically, leave it in the hands of the Most High.
Yep.
You know, we can have our own opinions and feelings about something, but that is ultimately the judgment is the Most High's.
Yep.
You see? So yeah, you know, we can have, you know, positive opinions about a dude. That doesn't mean that he's the man of the Lord, and vice versa. We can have certain thoughts about a dude. And we ain't feeling how he's getting down or whatever he's doing, but that still don't mean that the Lord can still be dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's just best to just, you know, keep it peaceful, man. We get on you about the doctrine and correct you, and tell you if you don't get it right, the Most High deal with you. You know, it just is what it is, man. You know, like for example, the brothers in Mississippi, they can go in right now, but they're refusing to do so.
Yep.
Those brothers are on the spirit. They're spiritual, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And those two knuckleheads, they don't see that. It's like, yo, these brothers could really go in on us. Let us, if we're gonna continue to work, do the work, man. But
yeah.
Like they could, like you said, they could really go in on
Stop
it.
reverting every lesson back into the fact that you out the body. You on your own. You think Barnabas went out and was like, you know what, Paul? He always he kept teaching the word, man. Let's go teach.
Yeah. And you ain't gonna find a record of Barnabas as soon as he departed from Paul. Now he's teaching a whole nother. You know, now he don't believe the testimony. No, man, he went out and continued to teach what they both taught. What they both learned through the Spirit, man. Go ahead.
That's you too.
It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Yep.
Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink.
In other words, your enemies, hey, show that you have that integrity. Show that you're blameless. Do good to them while they're doing evil towards you.
The Lord said, yeah, make even your enemies at peace with you.
I'm trying to think of the one that says, well, you too could be taken.
Because remember, King David, all type of, like, when he was his son came against him, and he didn't go back at his son. When he could have killed his son.
Saul too.
Saul, but he was peaceful with Saul, even though Saul was trying to kill him. Shimei, when he cursed him. All these people that came against David, what happened in the latter end?
They got the issue.
The Lord got all of them. They all got dealt with. But King David kept it peaceful. He did good toward them still.
Yeah.
Judgment still came.
Huh?
Look at him and Jonathan's relationship. He could have been like, oh, your dad like this, I'll forget you too. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm thinking of? Like I said, we fall to the same condemnation. You got it,
It says, therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
There it is. You know, so it's best to just, be blameless, man. Yeah, we have Yahushai.
22.
He was the ultimate example. It says that in Peter, where it says he was reviled and threatened not. I think it's in 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter. Around the 20th verse.
some real quick, Brother Gabe. Proverbs 20, verse 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil. Will wait on the Lord, Yahweh, and he shall save thee. Those people still get their judgment.
Yeah.
They said an Alabama city just disbanded an entire police department over racist texts.
Didn't that just happen somewhere else?
North Carolina?
Yeah. Kentucky or somewhere, or South Carolina, yeah.
It was like the third or fourth place.
Where the whole police force, then they left because they made it.
Yeah. She was pro what's the word they use? Basically, she was too forward. I can't think of the word. Proactive, not proactive.
Liberal? No.
No, but basically progressive.
Progressive.
She was too progressive for them. Yeah. This is the one. Come. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. Let me start up. Verse 19 said, for this is thankworthy if a man for conscience toward the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye take it patiently? But if you do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently. This is accepted of the Most High. All the right chapter?
1 Peter 2, right?
Yeah. Verse 20.
That sounds about
23
right.
is the point. Yeah. Okay, y'all keep reading. For even hereunto you were called, because Yahweh also suffered for us, leaving us an example, which is himself, right? That ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. What did he say? Forgive them. He prayed for those those chicks, right? Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Anyway, it says, verse 23, who when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously.
Jay got him a crippled snow.
Yeah. We're going to get this money, right?
That was pretty good. Who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we were being dead to sin should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. For ye were as sheep going astray, but now returned.
What verse you at?
I'm at 25 now.
Now the point was at 23. He was reviled.
The other one,
he suffered.
Basically, it was talking about giving mercy. For you can fall into somebody's at a fault, you can fall into that same condemnation or something like that.
There is Apostle Paul said in his epistle, he said, you that are spiritual, restore them in meekness.
I think that's the one.
Knowing that
that's
you could be tempted as well.
Remember where that's at?
That's in Galatians 6. But going back to Yahweh Shai, his example, Yahweh Shai was very patient, man. He went through all these niggas talking all kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, trying to test them, testing his patience, slandering them, slandering his character, lying upon him, and he basically just committed all judgment to the Father, man. You know, I'm gonna leave it in the Most High's hands, and he had spiritual power and all that.
Yeah.
Just imagine that, man. See, if the Lord gave us the power, we'd be quick to fuck niggas up.
Yeah, offset prophecy, bro.
We jumped the gun, man.
This whole block could be clear.
The Lord had that power, and he had to restrain himself and submit himself to the cross. You know, and that's why we got to be patient. Even though those that say what they say about us and come against us, we still got to be patient and still just keep it on a scriptural basis. You know, we're not gonna attack you. We're not gonna come to your camp and jump on you. We're not gonna send somebody to come and put hands on. Nah, man. We're gonna deal in the scriptures.
Whatever you bring upon us, we're gonna suffer.
Yep.
And it says, continue the well-doing that the ministry be not blamed, right? But continue the well-doing at the place of wrath.
Make
It's
no
still
offense
set up
that
for
the,
them.
that the ministry be not blamed.
Yep.
I'll get to the point. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 3. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
There you go.
Yep.
Jump to the 9th chapter. We didn't go back.
Go to real quick. Go to 2nd Thessalonians. I think you can start at 6 and read
6th chapter.
No, the first chapter, sixth verse.
It says 1 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
2nd Thessalonians.
2nd Thessalonians, like 1 and 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yep. Because those that unbelieve, that scoff, it's like they're troubling you.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're persecuting you. They're coming against your teachings. You know. But hey, it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense trouble to those people that trouble us.
Hey, well, we seen that happen, first. Like we read, the account of Elisha. When the little niggas.
Exactly.
They were calling them bald head. He prayed into Yahweh Shai. What happened, man? The she bears came and destroyed him, man. Because that was troubling them.
The 4th verse of 2nd Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 4, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of the Most High for your patience and faith in your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. Yep, and it tells us that we were going to have to go through temptations that we would have to endure. We'd be tempted to get carnal with people when they do shit to us. Which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffer. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us. When the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
Hey, rest in his bosom. Rest in this secret place, this knowledge, this truth. Rest in the doctrine, man. And continue with it. That's all you need to do for now. Continue in the doctrine.
And know that there's a judgment for them to come. Right? You don't have to give it. The worst judgment that you can deliver, that's coming from you. Look, verse 8, it says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not Yahweh, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power.
Yep.
Yep.
You're gonna get to see them be punished.
Yep.
They came up against you and now look, punished.
You get to see that the judgment is real.
Yeah, the power is real. The
Dirty your
power of
hands
the Lord.
to do it.
Yeah.
This will be the plague that shall come upon them that have fought against Jerusalem.
Yep.
These people fought against us. They fought against the truth. So they're going to get plagued.
That's what the scripture says. Only with thine eyes shall thou see the reward of the wicked.
Yep.
And that's not just with Esau.
Yeah, kind.
The wicked is 2/3 of Israel too. We're gonna finally get to see these niggas get dealt with, man. Because you, at the end of the day, you the main ones responsible for the death of your own prophets.
Yeah.
You the main ones that gave up the Lord. All right? It was under the orders of the wicked ass priests in the Sanhedrin why the Lord had to be given over to the Romans to be crucified. All right? So, yeah, you niggas gonna get rewarded too, not just the devil. You niggas got that coming, man.
You niggas in trouble. You niggas in trouble. Straight up, man.
That was it on that. You had something?
Yeah, I got Matthew 12. There's Matthew 12, when we start here at 34. O generation of vipers, how can ye being evil speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh.
And so key point here, if you're doing evil, how can you speak of the good things? We ain't supposed to be connected to that no more. We're supposed to be dead to all those evil things that were done in the world. Okay? So we have to be pure, man, pure in spirit. And what did he tell the Pharisees, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, when they tempted him? It was like, what about mercy, judgment, and faith, though? You got to give mercy. You know? You can't just persecute everybody because they broke the law. Give them a chance to repent. So when he came, you know, that's what he was pushing, and it went against the establishment. But this is the hefty lesson that he was teaching us, to be merciful down here.
A good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Yep. Well, if you got that evil in you, how you gonna bring forth something good? You know? If you ain't got mercy in your heart, how should you expect to get somebody to give you mercy if you ain't willing to give it? You know? And that's part of the situation. He was even talking about some of those guys that change the doctrine to teach them because they felt wronged about something. Hey man, just go get your own salvation, man. Just go get it. This ain't the only group that you can get salvation through. You know, there's elect that's not going to be in Great Millstone. The Apostle of Great Millstone tell you that. Not everybody that's of the elect is going to come out of Great Millstone. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. That's why it pays off to just remain humble and just, you know, do the work, man.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you want to be blameless. Paul said, you know, I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High. I ain't hold nothing back. You know, I did what was needed. You know, and then he said, you know, he fought the good fight of faith, and now there's a crown that's laid up for me. That's the type of mindset, you know, hey, we endure to the end. When you already done fell away, when you leave, when you fall away and start doing your own thing and changing up the doctrine, you already didn't, you stop enduring at that point. Yeah. Even if you call yourself, you still out there teaching, but when you leave the doctrine, you stop enduring. Because you were supposed to endure in the doctrine, man. It says to continue in the doctrine that you learn. Get that in 1 Timothy 4 and 16.
4?
Yeah, 4 and 16.
I can hear that being right.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing so thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Right.
That's it. But if you ain't continuing in that same doctrine, but you switching it up because you're mad, now not only are you not you're not going to be saved, but the people that's listening to you, they're not being saved either. You ain't gonna save them. You're gonna get them into the missiles right along with you. Right? That wisdom that you coming with is essential, is devilish, it's from the earth. It's not from above, man. Right? What we have is pure, man. This is pure. But the unbelieving is nothing pure. Because why? Because their mind and their conscience is even defiled. And once that happens, that's pretty much like a brand mark for your destruction, man. You're going to continue in that delusion until you got to answer unto the Lord. And you must get, and you got to give an account for it. So hey, it's better that you hear the rebuke from men before the Lord has to deal with you, man.
Right.
And whoever, hey, whoever the shoe fit, hey,
Wear that mother.
if you feeling cut to the heart, then hey, amend yourself, man.
There's mercy and all that in this book. Forgiveness, repentance. It's in the book. Keys to the book, really. Did you hit that one in 2 and 2?
It's 2 Timothy 2.
Probably read the 4.
Start 2.
We start 2.
It says, verse 2, it says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men,
Keep teaching.
who shall be able to teach others also.
It's going to what you read in the other one. It said that may save them also that hear you. You know? So you keep building on it. Don't stop building because you don't like that your job changed. You work on a different side of the kingdom. So now you don't want to build no more. Nah. You still gotta keep putting bricks. You gotta keep laying bricks, bro.
One in the Apocrypha that says, consider that I labor not for myself only, for all them that seek God.
Exactly.
Continuing on, verse 3, it says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
That was
That's
that
plain.
first.
Yeah, because this ain't, the ministry ain't your, this ain't your ministry. You're not the head of the church.
Right. You don't get to do what you want.
Take yourself out of it, man.
Yeah.
We're unprofitable servants. We're workers. We're laborers. We're working for someone else. You're not working for yourself. Done.
And it's a beautiful thing when you're really building something. When you really, when you're really honored to be building something, you don't care for somebody that you care about. You don't care if you get the glory of it. You don't want all it all. You just want to let me be a part of this. Just let me be a part of this building. I don't have to be the guy. I just want to help.
I want to do it correctly.
Yeah, I just want to.
I want to please the
right.
man that hired me to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what we're building is, of course, for Yahweh Shai, but it's also for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and when you build something, you're gonna appreciate it more.
Yep.
It's like, you know, I helped put this together, even though, you know, I'm just a small vessel, but
Yeah.
we want to appreciate the kingdom that much more, knowing that, you know, we took part in, you know, building you know, his house.
You want to receive that penny.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You one of those men that was faithful unto the end.
That's just want to finish the job. That's my course.
Con.
Yep. Anything else?
I think that's it. I
You guys got anything? Questions?
Just don't hesitate. If you got questions, something that you want us to go into, you brothers that been out here a while, that know a lot of this, hey, ask some of them heavy things. Make us go into them heavy things. You know, if you don't know the details, hey, this is the place to ask. Go ask
I remember a lesson way back. I couldn't find it, but doesn't the root word of woman or female come from lack of faith? Something like that.
feminine or female. Yep.
Feminine. Fee meaning female and meaning.
faith,
It's
faith.
like a fee meaning faith. Feminos is faith, and
Fee is
female
faith.
is a minus. Minus faith.
That's what feminine attaches onto them. But if you think about it, men have a feminine or feminine spirit on it. They don't have faith either. I think that's the Latin.
That was it.
That's why the scripture says it says,
We wouldn't have a think of the about cussing all right. Imagine if they had the wisdom, women had the wisdom in this place. We would be obsolete. We were just donors, you know what I mean? Sperm donors. Like truly. now our power is going to come back because of our faith, because of our wisdom. We're going to be super valuable.
So with that, we're going to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash.
To the elder apostles of the great millstone who were well, peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect. We're going to say shalom. Shalom.